I'm the golden son while playing a GBA game. Brain off the scale to thinking he mean weight gain. No surge, electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Let more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That's you to stop it. More than rap, this composite, you gossip, I rock it. See the variation? It don't matter, black or white, bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined, counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide, path going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking prouder than Penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Such a sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Chase streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. Behold, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, so it's a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is sharp every week. Who, me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different world in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, they didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. 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 Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, life is a metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to seek beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier. Called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world. So stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave him truth and he songs, they prefer the lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, dream weaver. Dream
weaver. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie Blerd without fear. We back in the goddamn building. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody's having a lovely weekend so far. Whew, man. We out here. Look, let me tell y'all something real quick. Oh wait, hold on. We got a little something I gotta take care of real quick. I almost forgot. There we go. Let's fix that. There we go. Had a little something in the background I wanted to share. But now, man, we got a lot going on. We got a lot to talk about. We have got so much stuff going on. And you know what? We are going to try and do it in timely, orderly fashion. I have said that, and I've now jinxed the rest of the show. So, yeah, hey, it is what it is. But y'all know how it is. Y'all know how we do. I got my boy with me. Carter Presents up in here. What's going on, King? It's like, hey, look, if it does, it is what it is. We knew what this was. Real quick though, I do want to put some shout outs real quick. We do have new patrons. Garcelle Artist, Tony NVN, and Zach Larkin. All new patrons. So wanted to go ahead and put a little respect on their names real quick. So yeah, let's we got that. Also do want to remind you that matter of fact, and I usually don't do this this early, but we're gonna go ahead and do it now because you know what, why not? We're gonna go ahead because we're gonna do questions a little later. You can put your questions in chat, but please do not put them in there now because they will not get answered. You can, however, super chat if you want to interject a question in. But otherwise, we'll not be answering too many questions from the chat just right this second. We have a format, and the format works a very specific way, and we want it to we want it to work. So what I'm gonna do is what I am gonna do is, if you want to guarantee your questions get answered, there is a link. There's a link to the Discord. If you click that link, you'll be able to join the Discord. I will paste it back in intermittently throughout the show. But basically what you need to know is... Oh, they can't hear you? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute here. I know why. Hold on. Let's see here. Give me one sec. I know why they can't hear you, and this is why. All right, let's get out of that. Okay, they should be able to hear you now.
All right.
There you go.
I think the main reason they couldn't hear me is because we just started the show and people already going in the fucking hole. I'm loving it. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm happy.
Damn. Already? Already? Wow.
Already.
Okay, let's go. All right. Hey, I'm not even mad about it.
I done told y'all. I just don't. All I need is an excuse. I done told you.
Yeah. Oh. Look. Look. Let me tell y'all something. You hate to see it.
Mm-hmm. Not really, but
I love to see it.
Act like
I love to see it.
You gotta act like
Hey, we have a whole We have a hole, and it has to be used, so people got to go in it. You don't make a hole without putting people in it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. And it ain't the hole you want. I'm just saying. Oh, wait a minute. Danger. That's me getting out of pocket. Hold on. That's me getting out of pocket. I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so now that we have addressed that,
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me, just in case, because I feel like my OBS setup, I was trying to do something. I was trying to do something wise, and it is not working. So I'm going to have to do this a different way, and we are just going to leave it at that. Okay.
Hey, Approach the Nerd is in the business.
What? See, this is wild. You know, that's my girl. Maria is awesome. I love Maria. Maria, how you doing? Making them awesome videos, telling people about what's hot in these streets on these TV shows.
We got Old School Hunter in the chat saying that Carter looking like Sentry's other half. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you.
We ain't mad about that. We're not mad about that at all.
No. You mad about that?
Oh, I'm mad. Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Look. If you're gonna be the Void, I mean, you know, at least you're gonna be the more interesting part of the Sentry.
Well, see, you didn't have to go there. You could have continued drinking your Dr. Pepper and had the show continue. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, look, I didn't have to be that petty.
Have to go there.
But by the way, you know what? Yeah, Maria, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. This woman out here got a 3rd wedding anniversary. By the way, just you know what? Somebody said, I think it was Jarrell said something about having the bomb. About having the bomb that we can drop. Yeah, we'll drop a bomb for that. We'll drop a little bomb for that. Yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. So you looking like Anubis from Stargate SG-1. Oh, goddamn. I'm dead. But no, we got a lot to talk about and not enough time to talk about it in. So let's do that.
Yes.
Let's talk about our cover story, the thing that got half of you to click to come in this motherfucker. All right, we're gonna talk about Marvel hiring their first black woman as director for a movie, really anything in the MCU, which is actually pretty cool. Yeah, this was a report that came out that Marvel and Disney were seeking the services of one Nia DaCosta, or would it be Nia? Yeah, Nia DaCosta. Nia would be with a Y. Anyway, Nia DaCosta, who is I was not familiar with her. I thought I was, and then I realized today that I wasn't. I had gotten her confused with somebody else, and I was thinking, oh, is she the one who did, Bill Street Could Talk? And I was like, no, that's not her. That's not her. That's not her at all.
Yeah.
Far from it. But she did a little movie called, I think it's called Little Woods.
Yeah, with Tessa Thompson's in that film. Yeah.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson. I forget the name of the other girl that's in it, but it's I want to check that movie out. I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is that it's a modern take on the Western genre, which that's ambitious right there off the rip. And I know it has Lance Reddick in it, and I love Lance Reddick. I love that guy. But Little Woods. And so now, one thing I will say is very polarizing. If you go on, Rotten Tomatoes,
I don't know where that accent came from, but we're gonna let it rock.
Look, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, you'll see that
I didn't even need you to do it again.
look, I feel like I gotta put some respect on it. But no, in all seriousness, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 95% on the tomato meter or the tomato meter. And but its audience score is 53%. So it's one of those things like I'm gonna go and say right now, without having seen it, this is probably one of those movies that you probably just kind of have to be into this sort of thing. And if you ain't, it just ain't for you. But apparently it's on Hulu. So if it's on Hulu, I already pay for Hulu. So, I mean, I'm not losing any money here. I'm not losing any money here at all. So I'm going to check it out. I'm probably going to watch it tonight, as a matter of fact. Just to, because, hey, I love Westerns. It's one of those genres of movies that I'm just kind of like, dude, they don't make enough of these anymore. But, I love me a good Western. Ooh, man. I love a good Western.
Absolutely.
But, that said, they want the services. They want the services of Nia. And I'm here for it. Like I said, her body of work is not like anything that's like, extravagant. The thing that people probably will know her for the most right now is that she is the director of the new Candyman movie. Yeah. That's going to be coming out here I guess we don't know when it's going to come out actually, because it was actually supposed to be out. Yes. Less than a month ago, but because that bitch Carol fucking Baskins, it's fucking up everything. And but you see right here, it says here she's known for her work on Little Woods, Candyman, and Captain Marvel 2, which has not come out yet. But that is what she is going to be tasked with directing, is Captain Marvel 2. And I just want to point out something. I love the fact that Marvel's like, that Candyman movie. Yeah, go ahead and get her. Go ahead and get her. Get her on the case. Now, the first Captain Marvel movie was, I believe it was directed by a husband and wife duo. Okay. If I'm not mistaken. I want to make sure I'm correct on that, but let's see here. Okay, yeah. Directors were... Well, I don't think they were husband and wife. Maybe they're just friends. Maybe they're just dating. I don't know. But Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck were the people who wrote and directed the first Captain Marvel movie. And one of the things that Marvel likes to do, and I don't know if anybody else keeps up with this, is the reason why they went after this woman, Nia DaCosta, for this directorship, is because Marvel likes to bring in up-and-coming directors. They like directors who are new on the scene, who have big ideas, big imaginations, but more importantly, can make movies on the cheap. Because they're already going to put massive money behind a movie. Yeah. But if they can save somewhere... they want to do that. Not to mention, some of those new directors, some of those indie directors are names that other actors, more established actors, would probably be more willing to work with, because they want to work with someone who's got fresh ideas, someone who's not just spouting the same old bullshit that they're used to hearing. And now, some have posited that this is proof that we're going to get Monica Rambeau in the movie.
They got a sister directed. Oh, she gonna put a sister in it. Y'all got to stop.
Right? Y'all need to quit, man. Look, let me tell you something. The reason why they did this, above and beyond everything else, remember what we talked about last week, and I believe even the week before that and the week before that, with Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie put Marvel on blast, Disney on blast, saying that you can't just hire black directors, or only want to hire black directors, when you have a black project. So, like, if you're making Black Panther, you shouldn't just have black directors then, black writers, black costumers, black cinematographers, so on and so forth. Black people and people, like all people, BIPOC, BIPOC, whatever you want to call it, you need to have those people the best people for the job in all categories, regardless of what color the film's main characters are. Like Shang-Chi, that shouldn't be the excuse for you to be hiring more Asian people behind the scenes. That shouldn't be your excuse.
Yeah.
And that's why they're doing this here. I think this was kind of a response to what Anthony Mackie said, the criticisms that he laid at their feet. Them saying, you know what? Yeah, let's put our money where our mouth is. We want the best person for the job. We believe Nia DaCosta to be the best person for the job. And you know what? Even though, yes, this is a character who is white, we want a black person behind the scenes to work this movie out. And I think that is the bigger reason beyond anything else. It doesn't have anything to do with what characters in. Doesn't have anything to do with Monica Rambeau, who's rumored to be in this movie. Doesn't have anything to do with Kamala Khan, who is rumored to be in this movie. Doesn't matter. So let's get that out of our heads. But Carter, what do you think about this? What do you think?
It's a twofold kind of deal. I think it's basically going back to what you said about Anthony Mackie. You're not just going to get a black person for a black movie, so they're getting Nia to be Captain Marvel too. So I like the fact that it's. I don't want this to sound like they're checking off like their list, but they were able to kill two birds. They were able to kill two birds. We have in their mind, hopefully, this is the right woman for the job. It's a black woman that's doing it, but go back to the previous fact, it's a woman that's doing it. And this is something that we've said a lot when it pertains to certain books. It's just like only certain people are going to know how to do a certain character proper. Like if we go to DC and we have Steve Orlando, who is a gay man, of course he would know how to write a gay character. So you had Midnighter, which was a fantastic book because Midnighter was a gay man. So when you have those two things that correlate, you're going to get a more real story. And when it comes to Carol Danvers being someone who just kind of taking her current comic kind of deal with, she's kind of like no one really wants to vibe with her because she's not really human. She's Kree and this, that, and third. Who knows more than being a woman that's on the outs than a black woman would be? So again, they're getting someone who it's right for the job. They will know that kind of character, and it doesn't really matter who it is. Because I don't think a you or most definitely a me could do a movie like that. We could have the character be put on the screen to the best of their ability. It's what we think and what we perceive that Carol Danvers would be, as opposed to a woman who's been like that, who's been around that, who can do it much more. So I think it's great, and I think it's going to be really cool to see Nia, because the one thing that we talked about on the show prior is that a lot of the Jordan Peele movies are really, really good, but one reason that he is being able to release so many films is because they're on the cheaper side. And the same thing goes along with Candyman. Candyman, it looks like a great movie, but it's also on the cheaper side. So now that she's in the quote unquote big leagues now, and now that she got a budget, it's gonna be great to see what she can put on the big screen, on the little screen in your living room, on your phone. So it's gonna be great to see what she can do when you have a Marvel budget.
Right. Well, what you said, because and this is to kind of piggyback on that a little bit. I admittedly huge Captain Marvel fan. I love Captain Marvel. I love I take that back. I love almost every iteration of Captain Marvel. Doesn't matter if it's Shazam. Doesn't matter if it's Marvel. Genusville, Phylaville. I love them too. Probably the only one I'm not fond of is the one who was Captain Marvel during Dark Reign. Was it Novar? I believe it was Novar. I'm not the biggest fan of him.
I think it was still Novar.
He was because he was such a dick. But no, I didn't care for him. But I loved Monica Rambeau and I loved Carol Danvers. all of them, like, those are some of my favorite characters. And and as big a fan as I am, and Carol Danvers, even back to her Miss Marvel days, I was a huge fan of Miss Marvel. But my thing is, as much as I love that character, I would not be the best person. Even if I was, let's play what if. Let's say Ernie is a talented director who has made blockbuster films, has made studios many a coin off various and sundry comic book related movies. I would not be the best person for that job, because even though, yes, I know the character very well, I know the pathos of the character very well, I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
So I don't understand in the same way that an actual woman would understand.
Yes.
Of what would be going through Carol's head. I could guess at it, and you know what? I might even be right, but I would never really fully get it. And that would poison the well on anything I could produce. So I 1,000%. I 1,000% agree with that. Yeah.
And it's coming from somebody who, I wasn't the biggest Captain Marvel fan. I was a Miss Marvel fan, you know, when she was still Miss Marvel, even with Kamala Khan being Miss Marvel. It's just the reason that I wasn't more of a newer Captain Marvel fan is just because she was always, now the movie didn't do this. It looked like it was going to, and then you see Infinity War trailers make it seem like that. But a lot of the newer Carol Danvers comics are trying too hard to try to make her like look for approval. And that was always my problem with all the new Captain Marvel stuff. Like, you look at like Secret Empire and stuff like that. She's trying to show that, well, I don't need these men, and I can do this and I can do that. And that, then you look at the movie, and that shit doesn't matter. It's just,
it doesn't. It really doesn't. Like, she's not looking for approval. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, and that's the one reason that I haven't been like, the newer Captain Marvel stuff is really good because they got away from her trying to look for people's approval or trying to prove to herself that she's one of the guys. Like, you don't have to write her like that.
Nope.
At all.
Well, okay, so, I want to bank something off of you real quick, and I want to see what you think about this.
Okay.
You read the Sam Wilson Captain America run, right?
Yeah, I read both of them because you know I fucking hated it.
Okay, so the same thing they were doing with Sam Wilson,
yes,
that's what they were doing with Carol Danvers. Now, if you go into her personal books, like if you go into like her actual solo titles, it's not as prevalent. But if you looked at her team books, like Avengers, any of the event books, it was so overbearing. And that, like, and if a person were solely going off that alone, I would totally understand why someone didn't like Carol Danvers' version of Captain Marvel. But if you actually read her books, especially the current run, I'm sorry, but no. That's one of the things I love is that the fact that Kelly Thompson, she came in and was like, fuck all this dumb shit.
Yes.
Carol just a bad bitch, and she don't give a fuck no more. She ain't trying to be nobody's best friend. She ain't trying to look. And this is why I kept saying, people kept saying, oh, dude, man, fuck Captain Marvel. She ain't shit. Fuck Captain Marvel. She ain't shit. She ain't got no personality. Here's the thing, though. And this is why I jive with Carol, and I say this every time. I jive with Carol because she reminds me of me. And I think Carter knows what I mean. What I'm saying here is that when Carol is around people she ain't cool with, you ain't getting the actual Carol.
Yeah.
You're getting Carol with her walls up. Because she's like, nah, I don't fuck with you like that.
Yeah.
She's like, no. Tony, back the fuck up. I don't fuck with you like that. But you get Carol around Monica Rambeau, Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk, Hulk, whatever she goes by this week. You get her around Hazmat. You get her around, Echo. You get her around Wolverine. That is when you get actual Carol Danvers, because when she's around people she likes, that's when her personality really comes out. That is why you see Spider-Woman in a lot of her comics, because her and Spider-Woman are like this.
Yeah, we went like far right from what we were talking about, but I think the best way to basically fully encompass everything we're saying is Carol Danvers is great when the writing is good.
Yeah, when the writing is good. And I think that's a good reason to have Nia DaCosta there.
Yes, because I see a lot of people in the chat are saying the thing that I've heard from a lot of people, and it was that Civil War II hurt her. Yes.
Yes. No, it did. It did. It did.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
Carter, when was the last time you read Civil War II? I wonder which one of us has read it more recently.
I think I've read it more recently just because you asked me about the Sam Wilson Captain America, and Sam Wilson Captain America and Steve Rogers Captain America were both written by was it Nate? Is it Nick Spencer?
Nick Spencer.
Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer. Thank you. So they were both getting written by Nick Spencer, and Civil War II is okay. So for anyone who doesn't know. Okay, let me say this because not a lot of people know this. So Sam Wilson Captain America, I fucking hated it. It was so heavy-handed, and it just read of Nate Spencer saying, "I know I'm white, but black people, I know what y'all going through. Shut your ass up." No, you don't.
It's like, sit down.
It's so heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But so the reason I can go back and read Civil War II and sometimes it's just because, and I'll tell you and I'll tell everyone else in this chat right now to do this. If you read Nate Spencer's Steve Rogers Captain America book, you read Civil War II, and then you read Secret Empire. If you go into Civil War II knowing, because if you just read Civil War II by itself, it's toilet water.
Yeah,
but if you read it off the strength of Civil War II was really a plan by Steve Rogers for everybody to go at it, it's a little bit better. Because not a lot of people know that if you weren't reading the Steve Rogers book and reading other books that were happening with Civil War II. Civil War II was all a plan by Evil Steve, Hydra Steve.
Hydra Cap.
Yeah, Hydra Cap. Civil War II was all a plan from Hydra Cap. And when you read it like that, it's a tiny bit better knowing that what he is doing is coming to fruition, because back then the best villain that Marvel had was Hydra Steve, because that Steve Rogers book was bad. I don't know how you go from sugar to shit, how you go from Steve Rogers book to the Sam Wilson book like Nick Spencer was doing, but Steve Rogers book was legit.
Oh yeah, well, okay, so you're talking about that. One thing I'll say, and I actually have a little bit of a skewed perspective now, which, by the way, thank you, Lamont Calhoun, who just became a new channel member. Want to give shout out. To that. Also, we've also got Chi-Town Dan coming through here with a $5 super chat. Says, if there was one writer you would bring in on Captain Marvel, who would it be? I'm assuming you're talking about, like, are we talking about a movie or are we talking about a comic? Because right now, if we're talking about a comic, I am perfectly fine with Kelly Thompson right now. But, however, if I had to bring in somebody else, because we're talking about bringing in a black woman to direct a Captain Marvel movie, I actually would like to see what Eve L. Ewing could do with Captain Marvel. Okay. I would like to see what give me who is it that's writing Far Sector? Who is it that's writing Far Sector? Is it N.K. Jemisin? I think it's N.K. Jemisin. If it is, here, let me hold on. Here, wait. Yes, it's N.K. Jemisin.
Yep.
Put N.K. Jemisin on it, and then we can talk. I also wouldn't mind seeing Vita Ayala. I wouldn't mind seeing them handle that series. Now we're talking about as a movie. I would be curious to see what Nia DaCosta could do. Because typically she writes and directs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's probably going to happen here. She will probably wind up writing the movie and directing it.
Well, you just got another $10 super chat from Jarrell Boza. Appreciate you pimping. One thing I think is Carol needs a writer who actually enjoys writing her, like how Al Ewing wrote her in The Ultimates. Kelly Sue DeConnick and Bendis pre-Civil War II. I'd like to see Eve Edwin. Oh, you'd like to see Eve writer? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So me and Jarrell, we're on the same page here. We're on the same page here.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just realized in all of this that I don't have my. Hold on, give me 1 sec, y'all. I'm out here. Your boy out here struggling right now. You know what I didn't set up? I knew there was something. I knew there was like one thing that I wasn't doing, that I wasn't that I didn't have set up and ready to go. And you know what it was?
What's that?
It was it was to be able to show. Let me see if it'll actually work right now. Here, let's see.
Yeah. You do that. I see LJ. Well, here's the thing, LJ. Like, I know that Civil War II is bad. I'm just saying, and I know that I said it's here. Okay, let me. I'll give it to you like this. Reading Civil War II, knowing that it was all up, that whole event was a plot by Hydra Steve, is after you already took a poop in the bathroom and flushed it. You can't see it, but the smell is still there.
Right.
Civil War II is when it's still in the toilet and you let somebody use your bathroom and that rude motherfucker didn't even flush. If you know it, that Captain America planned it, he flushed it, but he left the door open so the smell
well, you know, okay, so it's funny you said that. It's funny that was brought up. It's actually funny that was brought up. Okay, so here's my thing. Here's my thing with Civil War II. Okay, so I recently went back and I reread. This was for a video. Matter of fact, if you are a channel member, just like what our guy Lamont Calhoun just became a few minutes ago, you now have access to a video that I just recently did on Nick Spencer's run on Sam Wilson Captain America, which was to talk about someone had donated during the Bail Project fundraiser I did, wanting me to do a video talking about that run, and I don't know if you remember, what was it, the AmeriCops, and talk about how it resonates with what's going on right now. With everything that happened with George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, so on and so forth. And so that video, if you are a channel member, you can go check out that video right now. It's actually been up for like the past week or so. I know a lot of people usually come in and be like, dude, how's this video already have like 8 comments on it? It literally just came out. How's it have comments from like 2 weeks ago? The reason why is because channel members get it early. Channel members get videos the second I'm done with them. Like, once I'm done with a video, I immediately post it on YouTube, but I don't make it public. But channel members, they can go ahead and watch it. And then I'll release the video later. And, of course, we've been doing exclusives. I've been doing the last couple of weeks, I've been doing my top 5 comics of the week every new comic book day. Though I release the video on Thursdays. So neither here nor there. Getting back to it, though. When I went back and reread it, now, Nick Spencer, very heavy-handed. Very heavy-handed. I appreciate what he was trying to do, though. I appreciate the commentary he was trying to give. And I do like the AmeriCops storyline, even though it takes place during Civil War II. But I think the kind of like how I was joking about Empire, the current Empire crossover event. I feel like the tie-in books are more interesting than the main storyline. I kind of feel that way about Civil War II. I think the tie-in books were more interesting than what was actually going on in the main story, in a lot of regards. But one thing I did want to share, and this is something that I don't know if anyone's brought this up in the chat, but Carter, did you know that technically, Nia DaCosta is not the first black woman that Marvel has hired to direct a movie in the MCU? Did you know that? Oh, wait, I just realized he just sent me a message. Never mind. He is going to be right. Okay, never mind. Well, I will answer for him. If he didn't know, just in case he didn't know. there is another woman who actually was originally hired to direct a movie in the MCU before her. And that was Ava DuVernay. Ava DuVernay was originally hired to do Black Panther. She was sworn in and everything. And she ultimately wound up leaving the project. So technically, Ava DuVernay is actually the first. But she is actually the first. But since she didn't actually stick around, it kind of negates that. But she was originally, Ava DuVernay was actually on for Black Panther before Ryan Coogler was. But she cited creative differences with Marvel, and she pieced the fuck out. Which kind of led a lot of people to wonder, like, what was really going on there. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think it was anything suspect. I think it was just a matter that she probably wanted to be more creative with what she was doing with Black Panther, and Marvel was like, no, we have a very specific thing we want to do, because that's always seems to be what comes up. We saw this with Edgar Wright and Ant-Man. We saw this with other projects where people were like, no, we wanted to make something very specific, and Marvel was like, no. And I think that's why Ava DuVernay pieced out on that one. But that said, Carter, I think we can move on.
Okay, let's go. Let's move on.
Let's kick rocks. On to the next thing. Let's see here. So, Carter, how do you feel about the 90s animated series X-Men's?
I like it, not as much as I know everyone looks at that like it's the holy grail. But some shows don't age as well as others, but just for like a fun popcorn, I could still go back and watch that just because the memories. Like Xavier Holla will always be entrenched in my brain.
You know what I loved about that show? You know what I loved about the animated series X-Men? Is that you always had to make sure, we always had to make sure that we had the TV not turned up too loud.
Yeah. Because
you'd be sitting there and like the show would start and be like, previously on X-Men. And the next thing you know, it would just be like, like it'd just be Charles just screaming, or Jean Grey having a massive orgasm.
You know what? I never.
Well, she'd be like, like, God damn, woman. Look, I had to turn TV down. My mom would come in the room and be like, boy, what is you watching? I didn't know Skinamax came on this early. But no, I'm kind of in the same boat with you. I've actually been going back and rewatching the old X-Men animated series with my daughter. Kind of getting her introduced to the X-Men. Like she was already familiar with like Storm and Wolverine. Like she knew who those characters were. Okay. But she didn't know like everybody else. And so we were kind of getting her watching it. And man, going back and watch, I was like, yeah, this doesn't hold up as good as like it's still good, don't get me wrong. It's still a good show. But I actually like Wolverine and the X-Men better. Just because, I don't know, it was something about that show that, I don't know, it just did, it ticked a box for me that I just preferred.
Wolverine and the X-Men made me want to go back and rewatch the original because I thought that Wolverine and the X-Men took place after the OG from Fox. I thought it took place from the OG cartoon because Jean wasn't there, and the one episode of that original X-Men cartoon I will always remember that stuck in my head was when they all went to space and Jean died. So I thought that's where Wolverine and the X-Men took place, and that's why Cyclops was all emo and shit.
Yeah, no, I mean it just.
But I don't think it did, but that's what I always assumed.
It's like its own little continuity. Little continuity. Well, here's the funny thing. Apparently, last night there was a report that went out. Here it is. Here, we got it right here. Let's take a look at it. X-Men animated series producer confirms revival talks with Disney. Got this one from comicbook.com. Says the creative team behind the X-Men animated series has made conversation, quotey fingers, made conversation. It's almost like making groceries. Made conversation with Disney about reuniting the cast of the beloved 90s animated series for a limited revival that could premiere on Disney+. Series producer and director Larry Houston confirms in a new interview and airing now they're talking about here is that, the original series had 76 episodes across 5 seasons from 92 to 97, but the thing is they go on to say that there have been rumors about a decades later X-Men sequel. That oddly enough, because we're talking about Wolverine and the X-Men, but they said according to Wolverine actor Cal Dodd, but nothing is coming to fruition despite Houston's attempts at a continuation. They said that Houston said that we've had talks, but that's about it. Something he said yesterday during a Wizard World panel. He said that we've made conversation and it's up to them to make the decision, but we've let them know that we're all available for whatever they want to do in the future. Now, he goes on to say that whatever they wanted to do, if we had all the original team, that's what I would come out of retirement for.
Yep.
And then who's this? Oh, Beast voice actor George Buza came out and said that we would all love to do it. And then co-star Chris Britton, who voiced Mr. Sinister, said it would be fabulous. If they did like a dozen new half-hour episodes. And of course, Dodd said that, and it would cost them absolutely nothing. Kind of like, what they pay now. Lovely series, though. It's nice to be able to get talent like that for that amount of money. And basically they said that if they could make that series, it would basically continue where they, left off originally. Okay, cool. I could get down with that. It's whatever. Me personally, I think it's interesting that this is all coming out now because Disney Plus just recently, created a little section, on their streaming service for the X-Men.
Okay.
Very recently, within the last few months, they made Disney Plus profile icons of the X-Men, which everyone's like, oh man, they got something big planned. And it's like, no, they were just doing that. It was just something they just did because they knew a lot of people were watching it, and people are watching the X-Men animated series on Disney Plus. People are watching the shit out of it, and that's also helping Disney make that decision. But now they've curated they've curated a section, for the various movies and TV shows and whatnot and what have you. Basically, it's everything from X-Men Days of Future Past and Apocalypse and the '90s show, X-Men Evolution, Wolverine and the X-Men. What else is on there? I think that's about it, roughly. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like, do we have a...
Yes, we do. $10 super chat from Poetry Media.
Woo!
Love the 90s X-Men series, but it doesn't age well. I remember Professor X's magic legs on the Mirror Island episode when he got back into his yellow hover chair from the hospital bed.
Dude, oh my god. Oh, I forgot about that shit. Man, Poetry Media, man, I appreciate you coming through that $10 super chat, man. Thank you as always.
I mean, I think it would be interesting if they do bring that show back. I think they may have done some stat checking a little bit, because one thing I think a lot of people may have forgotten was around the time Marvel did Secret Wars or Hickman's Secret Wars, X-Men got brought back.
Yeah.
That the original cartoon got brought back in comic form for a few issues, and it did really, really well to the point
like
where
X-Men 92.
Yeah, yes, it was. I think it was if I remember correctly, it was originally digital, but then it started doing so well they started releasing it in print, and it had a nice little run. But let me tell you why I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's for one simple reason. And well, before I say that, Dane won with 199 super chat. Hey, appreciate you.
Dude, yeah. Look, and coming through with the sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm here for it. I'm here for the sticker. Here, I want to see if that even shows up. Does that actually? Oh no, it doesn't show up. Hashtag sad trombone. Like it shows up in the chat, but it doesn't show up on the screen. Like they haven't the thing that I use to highlight chat messages. It doesn't show the sticker. It just shows that a sticker was purchased. But yeah, it was a nice shot. It was a nice shot. Thank you, Dan One.
So I love that OG cartoon. I absolutely love it. I love the comic they did for it. But the one reason I don't want to see it is very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Gargoyles.
Ooh.
Now, I know this is Marvel that we're talking about, so if worse came to worse, that X-Men was going to get the look. X-Men was going to get that push.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had the choice of rather seeing Gargoyles or X-Men, I personally believe, and a lot of people, I think a lot of people in the chat are going to call bullshit. I think even you might call bullshit.
I don't know. I might be with you.
I think Gargoyles would pull in more cash than X-Men. Because if you're reading the article, you know, the one thing they're saying is maybe for like a special or a one-off episode or a 5-part episode, you know.
Yep.
I think you would get a lot more traction if Gargoyles was to do that than X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna say something controversial here. I agree with you. Because, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Reason why is not because I hate the X-Men. I love the X-Men, but I don't really need a revival of that series. And the reason why is because that series is inaccurate in a lot of places that that newer series were not. Just the whole, like, one of my biggest beefs with that series is that, like, X-Men that should have been on the team would just show up and disappear.
Yeah.
Like Nightcrawler would show up. All right, well, I'm here. Nah, I'm out. Colossus, well, I'm around, but you know what? I'm out.
I will always love that cartoon because I think it was one of the first few episodes where I think it was that first episode when they went to try to get Jubilee from the mall and they ended up failing. They ended up failing that mission, and Wolverine just like, "Hey, Cyclops," and then just punches the shit out of him and
it just walks off. I'm just like, "Oh shit, damn." Dude, well, no, I mean that show, and also that's another problem I have with that show, is that, like, man, the level of Cyclops disrespect on that show was just egregious. Dude, it was like that show. Okay, 2 problems I have with that show. That show poisoned a lot of people's minds for characters that I care about. So that cartoon is responsible for a lot of the reasons Cyclops got so much hate for a while. Because I
wonder why he's so angry in all these damn comics now. That boy ain't forgot about that cartoon.
No, he forgot. He remembers how he got booked in that shit. The other thing is, going back to Captain Marvel, how they depicted the interaction between Rogue and Carol Danvers. Like, that cartoon had people out here, kind of like how I was making fun of how in Deadpool #6, which, by the way, if you're our channel member, Deadpool 6 video is up for you as well. But there in Deadpool #6 is a part where he's talking about how, because of the movies, there's a lot of people who mistakenly think that he's a mutant. Yeah. And he isn't. He's not a mutant. He is a human mutate, which is a completely different thing. It's a completely different thing. However, just like how the Deadpool movies have tricked people into thinking that Deadpool is a mutant, the X-Men cartoon tricked people into thinking that when Rogue touched Carol Danvers, that she put her in a coma for like 80 years. No, that was not a thing. That was something that was only for the cartoon. It was only for the cartoon. In the comics, Carol was still walking around and hanging out with the X-Men. Matter of fact, there was even a subplot that was working in the background that I don't think got fleshed out till years later, that she wanted Wolverine to kill Rogue. That she was like, "Yo, as my friend, can you kill this bitch?" She said, "You get a chance, clap that bitch." But no, and yeah, there were other inaccuracies as well that I didn't care for. That I would rather have, honestly, I'd rather either have a revival of Wolverine and the X-Men or just a whole new X-Men series, like based on what's going on right now or closer to it. I'd rather have that than have a revival of an old, outdated cartoon.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that it wouldn't be great, because it would have the potential to be a fantastic nostalgia trip, you know, for like every hipster in the world. But me, I'm a realist, and I know that if they had to make one, they're gonna have to make one or the other, because we ain't getting X-Men and Gargoyles.
No.
So I think
in Donald Trump's America, hell no.
You know what I mean? So I know Disney would only give that look to one of them. Yes. And I think they should more so go on the Disney side of things than the Marvel side of things. In this instance, I think Gargoyles would do a lot more than the X-Men, but I think it would be something great to see. I think it would be really, really cool to see, but I don't want them to take my Goliath from me.
Yeah, no, I would rather watch a revival of Gargoyles than a revival of 90s X-Men. That's just me being me. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 1,000,000% with you. I would not give a absolute fuck about a 90s X-Men revival. They keep that shit.
It's funny you brought up the fact about Rogue and Carol Danvers, because I remember for a good while there, you know, a lot of people thought that, you know, Bishop and Cable were like the most bitter of fucking enemies.
Yes, they did. And it's like, nah, not really.
Like, they came from the same future, and this one did this and this did that. This was the Rock and Stone Cold back in the day, is what
right?
people think, man.
Look, like you thought you were gonna hear the glass break or some shit. Like, nah, that's not the case. It wasn't that big a deal. Let's see. We got a super chat here from Chi-Town Dan. Says, with a $5 super chat, thank you, by the way. Unpopular opinion, would rather have X-Men Evolution revived. Oh, yeah. That's a choice. That's a choice. I didn't like that cartoon at all. But yeah, hey, I'm not knocking. I think that, you know, there's a place for everything.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, but now correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Was it that everyone was in school together except Wolverine, or was Wolverine in school with them?
I don't even remember.
Okay,
I don't think he was actually in school. I don't know. I watched a couple of episodes of it, and I was like, this ain't it.
Okay.
This ain't it.
That's what I was trying to figure out, because I think, if I remember correctly, with X-Men Evolution, all the X-Men went to school together, but Wolverine was just the older guy that was on the team, which sounds so creepy to me.
Dude, yeah, I ain't with that. That ain't it, Chief.
And plus, every time I saw Spike, which was Storm's nephew in that show, I always thought of Marrow.
I did too. It wasn't just you. Yeah, nah. I'm so good on that. I don't need that in my life. They could have kept all that shit.
Like, I like that they had the Rogue and Mystique kind of mother-daughter thing. Like, it had some moments, man, with, like, Avalanche was there, and Polaris, I think, was on some episodes. Like, Evolution, it had some moments, but...
No, thank you.
Where I would see, when that came on the WB, that I went and I played fucking the Spider-Man PlayStation game for like 20 minutes, and then when X-Men Evolution went off, I turned on Superman and the Legion of Superheroes.
Okay, yeah. I would not have blamed you.
You know,
Look, here's my thing, and I want to point something out here, and I think this is very important for people to understand. A lot of times, let's see what we got here. Let me finish my thought, real quick, and then we'll address this super chat here. But no, a lot of times, whenever people are confused as to why I don't like something or something just wasn't for me, what you like is usually a byproduct of the time that you saw it. And it's kind of like when I tell people about Batman Beyond. I don't have the same nostalgia for Batman Beyond that other people do, for two reasons. One, it's because of my age. By the time that Batman Beyond came out, I mean, not to belittle anybody or make it sound like I was better than anybody, but at that point, from a demographic standpoint, I had aged out of cartoons. I was watching anime by that point. I was already watching like Akira, Vampire Hunter D, and all this other shit, Ninja Scroll, Wicked City, whatever. By that point, I didn't give a fuck about no regular ass American cartoons. I was one of those people. When I discovered anime, I was like, dude, fuck this other shit. And it's also just my age. So like a lot of times, like X-Men Evolution, and I want to point something out. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but people market things to you like that the demographic everybody wants is 18 to 30. Once you get past 30, ain't nobody making shit for you no more. Like, that's why when motherfuckers were like, well, this ain't for me, I'm like, it was never intended to. You are not the target audience. You are not the target audience. Your ass is 35 years old. You are not the target audience for anything.
So this is why people say opposites attract, because you left American cartoons and you went right to an anime and stuff like that. Polar opposite. Mm-hmm. I was still watching American cartoons and things like that. So like every time I go in the Blerd Discord and I see people talking about like My Hero, still have not seen one damn episode.
I ain't mad at Pippin.
When you all are talking about like One Punch Man, Dragon Ball Super and all these other things, or Kill la Kill and all the other stuff. Like I think the main thing with everyone in the Discord right now is just My Hero. I have not seen one single solitary episode of My Hero. I saw a GIF of the guy. What is it? All Might?
Yeah, All Might. Yeah.
Okay, I saw a GIF of him smiling, and I thought it was Ken from Street Fighter, and then he got super skinny, and it creeped me out. So I haven't seen the My Hero. I haven't seen the JoJo's, because every time people say JoJo, I always so funny story. A group of people were talking about JoJo's at work. Because I have a bunch of coworkers that still watch that. They watch One Piece and stuff like that. They kept saying JoJo, and I looked at them. I'm like, y'all just gonna leave Casey out of it? And they looked at me like I was the craziest fucking person on the planet.
Well, he thought they were talking about some All My Life.
I gotta watch JoJo's now, because somebody told me that one of their seasons, the ending theme was a Jodeci song.
Wow. Okay.
It was what was it? That every time I close my eyes, that was the ending theme for a season of JoJo. So I'm like, okay, I got to watch that now.
Okay. I got to watch that now. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Real quick, I want to go ahead and address some of these super chats that just rolled through.
Okay.
Here we got Downtown Clowny Brown coming through with the $2 super chat. Says Carter looking like the last Ronin from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Lord Jesus. Okay. Let's see. Old School Hunter coming through with the £4 worth of super chat. Thank you for that. Says, what were you guys' favorite Marvel anime attempts? Ooh.
Oh, God.
Woo, man.
I gotta hit you with that. I gotta hit you with that grandmama phrase. Ooh, child.
Oh, Lord. I tell you what, I'll give you. Man, dude, that's a tough one because honestly, I don't think I liked too many, if any of them. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't remember enjoying. I tell you what, I half-ass enjoyed. What was it? Punisher, Black Widow. Was it something Marvel Confidential, some shit like that? That one was okay.
Okay. You know what? Okay. Now I see what the question is. I thought he meant the Marvel animes.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I was just going like, ugh, like Marvel animated movies. Hulk versus was fine. Okay, I legitimately thought he was talking about those Marvel animes. Good.
I thought he was. He said anime attempts. I don't know if maybe it got cleaned up or something afterward. But
okay, so he said anime attempts. Yeah, they were all nasty.
Yeah, I didn't like many if any. I don't.
Come on now. You know you like that Wolverine anime where he had the Super Saiyan 2 hair. Yeah, you know you liked it.
Don't tell that lie on me. Don't tell that lie on me.
Boom. They're saying it in chat. Apparently, wait, is it not called the JoJo's? What's the name of it?
What? I'm talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's the name of it?
Of the JoJo's anime? Yeah.
I thought it was the JoJo's.
No. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Now I feel like a dickhead. Okay. But they are saying in the chat, apparently that Jodeci song Freaking You was the ending theme for one season.
Oh, wow. Lord. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I believe it. Because you know what? Okay. As the name would imply, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a weird show.
Mm-hmm.
But that said, we're gonna move it along because we're gonna keep it X-Men.
Yeah.
So, Carter, do you remember X-Men: The Last Stand?
Yes, I do. I went and saw that in the theaters. Don't ask me why. I don't like telling people.
Honestly, oh man, God, I hate that movie. Dude, that's a movie I actually. Oh man, I didn't walk out of it, but I almost walked out.
Dude, I saw the original trailer for it and was like, hold up, they doing the Phoenix? I have to watch this. And then I saw Vinnie Jones was Juggernaut, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, so here's the sad part, because this is actually what our story is about. It's about Vinnie Jones' Juggernaut. Okay, first off, let's get this out the way. Juggernaut had no story. He had no business being in that movie. Matter of fact, the biggest crime of that movie to me, aside from Cyclops being killed off camera, is that they had Charles Xavier and Juggernaut sitting literally less than 10 feet from each other. Neither one of them even so much as gives each other a side eye, not even a crumb of a side eye. They don't even acknowledge that they are family in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And then them trying to bank on the whole I'm the Juggernaut bitch meme or whatever from the time, which by that point
they didn't even know that shit was gonna be a meme.
Yeah, like memes weren't even really like what we think of them as today. It was one of those things like they just threw in there, and which, by the way, I always jokingly reference the Juggernaut bitches like Charles, get out my head, Charles. You see how tight my suit is?
Man, dude, I was one of those few people that was really, really, really hyped for that movie. Like, I saw the trailers to it. I see they're gonna do the Phoenix. I think Hugh Jackman was on a late night show, and Colossus did the fastball special. So I'm like, yeah, this movie is gonna be off the chain. And then it wasn't.
No, dude, they fucked up so many characters. They fucked up Callisto. They fucked up Arclight. They fucked up Psylocke. They fucked up Juggernaut. They fucked up they put a half-ass, like they put in a half-ass gender-bent version of Marrow in it for no reason. What else did they do? They fucked up the Phoenix. They fucked up the Dark Phoenix itself. I was like, oh my God, how? Actually, no, I know how they did it. Real quick here, I want to address this. We got us another super chat here from the True Pharaoh. $2 super chat come through. What's up, my guy? Come through with $2 super chat. Says X-Men Last Stand was trash in my book. Hey, it ain't just your book, player. Trust me. You in good company right now. You in good company. You in good company, my guy. You in good company. Oh man, thank you, my brother. Thank you. No, it's bad. It's all the way bad. It has no, you know what? The one redeeming quality it had, Angel. They actually got Angel right, and then he was there for like 2 seconds and left.
I'm gonna say for the moment he was in the movie, I don't see how you go from X2 to 3.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. But Vinnie Jones apparently had some allegations against the X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men's director Brett Ratner, basically saying he was Vinnie Jones said he was quotey fingers mugged off, which is, hold on, I want, just because I don't want to misquote anybody. But basically, for those who don't know, mugged off basically means that you were played for a fool. Is basically what that means. So if you don't know what that terminology is, I believe it is because he is British or English rather, and that is, if I'm not mistaken, that is English terminology. It's not something I've heard things similar to it, but yeah, basically it means he was played for a fool, and he didn't appreciate it. But this man, okay, let's go take a look. He says that he was mugged off in as the Juggernaut in X-Men's The Last Stand. And he had explained in a previous interview how he had loved the role of Juggernaut and was excited to bring the character to life on the big screen. He shared how he had signed up for 3 movies, which he expressed, how serious he was about it.
Wait. X-Men The Last Stand.
Uh-huh.
And they were going to try and do 3 more?
They were going to try and do it. He signed up for 3 movies.
What?
He signed up. Vinnie Jones signed up for 3 movies, goddammit. He said, I am in there like swimwear. He said, let's get this bag. He said, man, y'all know me from my movies. I was in Snatch. I was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He said, don't you disrespect me. I'm coming in here and playing Juggernaut for 3 movies. three movies and a spinoff. 3 movies and a spinoff.
Jesus.
But he said that was until Brett Ratner dissolved the character and stripped his role back to the point where Jones felt he was an extra instead of playing a beloved X-Men character. Now, no, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. I made the court record show. May the court record show that we agree with Vinnie Jones. But they said in a now deleted Instagram post, Ratner responded to Jones's allegations, the director Brett Ratner of X-Men The Last Stand, labeling them as inaccurate. He explained how he was unable to flesh out Juggernaut's character due to the movie's release date, joking how characters like Mystique had more screen time as they were easier on the eyes. Jones also had to contend with the movie's influx of villains, including Multiple Man, who they didn't even really use that well, of course, Callisto, and Kid Omega, which I forgot Kid Omega was...
Wait a minute, what? Because I see people in chat were saying Selene was in it. I'm just like, since when? Kid Omega was in that movie?
I guess. I don't know. If they were in that motherfucker, they weren't done well, and I completely forgot about them. I completely fucking forgot about them. But they said, yeah, that was what took away from Juggernaut's potential screen time. And then Brett Ratner wrote, in all seriousness, I shot the script I was given, and I was not able to expand the role of Juggernaut as per Vinny's request due to the extremely limited time I had to deliver the film. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Vinny Jones and his talent and thought he created a memorable character. And then Ratner added how he hoped there would one day be a solo Juggernaut movie, allowing Jones the opportunity to revisit and explore the character in the ways he always wanted to. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Just off the strength, because I think people tend to forget if you want to scroll up real quick and show what Vinny Jones looked like as Juggernaut.
Oh,
if you like, get up that he wore in that movie, I don't care to see anything else of you.
No, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Can I keep it a 1 milli with you? Can I keep it 1
Please.
milli with you?
Please.
I thought Deadpool 2 did a better job of Juggernaut.
Because it did.
I'm just gonna be real with you, because you know what it is. Juggernaut was just a fucking goon.
Yeah.
Juggernaut in the Deadpool 2 movie was a goon. He was a straight up do dirt motherfucker.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it, because that's technically what Juggernaut is. Now, yeah, over the years he's evolved into a more nuanced character, but sometimes I just like seeing do dirt motherfuckers doing do dirt motherfucking shit. Sometimes, like what's that kid said? He said, I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends. That's what I used to think about Juggernaut. Think about it. I want y'all to think about something. Juggernaut was the earliest, probably one of the earliest equivalents of that kid in a comic book. Because think about it. He was hanging with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Mm-hmm. That man ain't no mutant. This man just wanted to do hood rat shit with his friends. That's all it was. He just wanted to do hood rat shit with his friends, and I'm here for it. And you know what?
That even goes back to what you were saying about people thinking that Deadpool is a mutant. A lot of people don't know that Kane Marco is not a mutant.
No.
Juggernaut is a regular motherfucker from down the street,
right? Dude, you know what? I want to quote, because my daughter and I recently watched this episode. I think it's called "Enter the Juggernaut" or something along those lines. But this is the level of voice acting that you got on the X-Men animated series. I'm no mutant. My powers are magical. That's and that's not that is a direct read. That is not me over embellishing. Go back and watch that episode. That's exactly how he says it. Yeah. He says, "My powers are magical." Yeah. Well, I don't know why he talks like that. He is such a, oh my god. Anyway, point of the matter is, he was the first Bebe kid in comics. Yes, he was the first Bebe kid. Just think about it. This motherfucker was literally sitting here talking about some, like, y'all out here trying to take over the world from humans. Fuck it, I'll ride with you. He's like, look, he said, fuck them humans. Oh god, I love that episode. By the way, I want y'all to understand. I love that episode of X-Men, but it's just that's one of those things that I was just like, God, that's a terrible line read. That is a terrible line read. But anyway, not that that's the only one from that show, but yeah, just saying. Anyway, you know what, Carter, have you played any of the Avengers game beta?
So I watched a lot of people on Twitch play it, so I felt like I played it. It was a very fun experience, I gotta say.
Well, here, let's actually, no, before we get in, I almost forgot. We got some super chats we haven't looked at yet. Hold on, wait a minute, because I just saw one pull through. Here, let's run it back. We got the Purple Lord, Leo Anansi, with the $7.53 super chat. I appreciate that. Says Logan passable. Otherwise, Deadpool is the only part of the X-Men verse that is not trash. I'm assuming talking about the Foxmen movies. Refuse to acknowledge continuity or character relationships. Very true. Very true. The Purple Lord, Leo of Anansi. You are 1,000% correct.
Let me go ahead and read this $2 super chat from Downtown Clowny Brown. Appreciate the $2, bro. Deadpool Juggernaut is Marvel's Project Pat.
Wow. Okay, you know what? I fucks with that. I tell you what. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. No. I fucks with that. I do. I really do. We got a $5 super chat from Kevin Lane 14 says, "Do you think we will get a proper X-Men from Disney Marvel with a powered up Rogue?" Okay. Here's what I think is gonna happen. If they introduce Rogue, which they probably will, into the Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe deal, here's what I think will happen. I think that you could introduce Rogue and have her introduced probably either in the, like, because I don't know, they usually take certain things, they don't always have them run the exact same way. Kind of like, okay, case in point, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, the way they introduced them in Age of Ultron, not exactly how they were introduced in the comics, but originally they were bad guys before they were good guys. So what they'll probably do is something kind of similar. They'll probably have Rogue come into a movie as a bad guy, or at least on the wrong side of something. And she'll probably do something, like it's like something will happen that'll kind of cause her to flip the script. Or whatever. Would she be powered up? I don't know. That would depend on a lot of factors. I know a lot of people would want to see her take Carol Danvers' powers, which that could be an interesting route to go if it's handled correctly. But my thing with it is that Rogue doesn't. Rogue Rogue has changed and evolved and de-evolved and re-evolved and all this other stuff. Her power set is not completely different, but has been enhanced to where she now doesn't have to touch people to take their powers, for Christ's sakes. But I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I would want it to be done better than what the X-Men animated series did with it, if that makes any sense. Because the X-Men animated series, I think, did that story a grave disservice.
Can I be honest? Can I say something?
Go ahead. Be my guest.
Can I please be honest?
Be honest. Be honest.
If Disney and Marvel do something X-Men related, if it comes to films, I don't want Rogue anywhere in it. And I say that, I don't want Rogue anywhere in it. Mm-hmm. I don't want Wolverine anywhere in it, especially Wolverine. Not because of Wolverine fatigue, mind you. I think they should start that off with the OGs who've always been there. I think you should lead up to Wolverine, because everyone's going to expect you out the gate to put him in there. So don't do that. Take your time. Right. No, I feel where you're coming from. Like you all made us wait 10 years just to hear a symbol. You can take your time in introducing Logan.
Yeah. No,
you can take your time in introducing a better Rogue than Anna Paquin.
Yeah, please. Oh my God. Actually, I tell you what, I would rather see characters, and this is just me. I would rather see characters that have not been done well, who and more importantly, did not really get a chance to shine. I'd rather see characters like Gambit. I'd rather see characters like Nightcrawler. I'd rather see characters like Storm. I'd rather see characters like characters we're just not as accustomed to seeing. Have Cyclops there. I love Cyclops as a character, but instead of having Jean, I don't know, have him a Frost. I'd rather see that. I would rather see better versions of characters that we've kind of been short shifted on.
Yeah.
But getting back to what we were talking about with the Avengers and everything, I played the beta for the most part. I liked it. I liked how Captain America played. I liked how Thor played. I loved how Hulk played. I even liked how Black Widow played. One character I did not care for, though. One character I did not care for is Iron Man. I do not like how he plays. Was not fun to me, and I could not wait for them to shift me over to a different character.
Was it literally just like you just flying all over the place and just shooting stuff with repulsors?
The flying part at the very beginning was okay. Just it felt weird. Like it didn't feel right to me for some reason. And then just how when you would just stop and then fight bad guys, I was just like, oh man, this feels janky. But now when they put Kamala Khan on the screen, I was like, okay, this is where this game shines to me. I will be a Kamala Khan main and nothing else.
Okay.
Maybe a Thor. Thor will be my side piece. But I'll play Captain America and Black Widow when I get a little bored of playing as Kamala Khan or Thor and Hulk and all them. But I like how everybody plays except for Iron Man. And I was actually debating. I was debating doing a stream tomorrow, playing some of it, or maybe even I don't know. We'll see. I've talked about playing it. I am gonna play it. It just I didn't want to. I don't like doubling up on Saturdays because I like spending time with my family. But that said, we know Spider-Man has been announced.
Yes.
In this game, and folks lost their goddamn minds. Both positively and negatively.
Well, all the negative came from Xbox fans.
yeah. Xbox fans like, what? You look, them motherfuckers turned into J. Jonah Jameson. They was like, what? I can't get pictures of Spider-Man. Dude, them motherfuckers lost their goddamn mind. Here's my thing. And I want to hear what you guys say too about this, Carter.
Yeah. Well, I guess beforehand we have to say that the reason the Xbox people are so enraged right now is because that Spider-Man is going to be exclusive to the PlayStation version of Marvel's Avengers.
Yes, like 100% exclusive, not a timed exclusive. Spider-Man is exclusive to the Sony PlayStation. And here's the thing. Xbox fanboys came out the woodwork mad. Big mad. And you know what? They probably would have been less mad if they had an exclusive of their own, but it doesn't look like Xbox is going that, like Microsoft isn't going that route, because apparently Phil Spencer has this new mentality that he doesn't want console exclusives anymore, which is funny considering they spent all that money under his watch to build up Microsoft Studios with tons of different developers to make original games for the Xbox. I find that incredible because they hired Ninja Theory, the guys that make Forza. They brought them in officially as one of their own. I was like, wow, dude, y'all are wildin' right now. But neither here nor there. Look, they missed that opportunity to make Hulk an exclusive. They could have done it. Xbox colors are green. It would have fit. You better get Black Panther. You better jump on Black Panther right now.
Nightstone Unlimited in the chat saying y'all had Spawn years ago for Soul Calibur 2. This is justice, damn it.
Dude, right? Look, but here's the thing though. Even as I know some, like, if you're a layman when it comes to like how the rights work for some of this stuff, I get it. I totally get it. But let me explain something to you. All these people that are saying that, oh, well, this is unfair. I want to play a Spider-Man in the Avengers game. I don't want to have to buy a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 just to play a Spider-Man. Well, here's the thing, though. They came out with a whole-ass Spider-Man game in 2018 for the PlayStation 4. Exclusive. Nowhere else. If that didn't make... And that game was amazing. If that game didn't make you buy a PlayStation 4 to play a Spider-Man, then I have no sympathy for you. I have no sympathy for you. If you are an Xbox, if you're one of those, oh, I'm Xbox. I'm ride or die Xbox. Here's the thing. Let me be honest with you. What was that thing What was that thing that there was a meme that I saw. It was the where the kid like has his hand out. Like he's trying to like slap five with the basketball players. They're walking by back into the backstage area to the locker rooms and shit, and they're just like ignoring him. I said that's what, when you're a console player, you have that tribalism in your head that, oh, I'm an Xbox guy, I'm a PlayStation guy, I'm a Nintendo guy. Here's the thing, you look like a whole ass clown for that, because I'm sorry, Sony don't give a fuck that you are a fanboy. And Microsoft don't either, Nintendo don't either. Because you know what they care about? The ducats. That's all they care about. They don't care about you, whether or not you out here in these streets making fun of people who play PlayStation because you're an Xbox guy, or making fun of Xbox people because you're a PlayStation guy, whatever. They don't care about any of that. What they care about is how much money you spending. And I'll be brutally honest with you. Sony has had the rights to Spider-Man for quite some time. Almost everything you have seen Spider-Man related in the last 10 to 15 years, and I would even say 20 in some cases, that is not a cartoon, Sony has had some kind of hand in it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So this isn't news. This is unsurprising by any stretch of the imagination. Like I said, I love PlayStation. I have a PlayStation, but I also have a PC. I'm actually more of a PC gamer, more than anything else these days. But I don't have any console loyalty. I just buy the system that has the games on it that I want to play. And I don't own an Xbox solely for the reason that Xbox games are playable on PC. That they don't really have very many good exclusives. But yeah, so yeah, there's no reason for me to play an Xbox game. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to. It's not because I think Microsoft is a terrible company. It's not because I'm like, fuck you, Microsoft guys. I'm like, nah, that's some high school bullshit. That's some high school bullshit. Carter, what are your thoughts on this? And then we'll answer some of these super chats.
Well, I'm with you, because how long has Sony had Spider-Man?
For a long time. Look, long enough that they've been making movies.
So why was this such a surprise?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you, excuse me?
Yeah, like, it's not. It really, this is like the worst kept secret.
Yeah, that's why it just caught me off guard that so many people were just enraged at this fact. And it's just like, why? Like, I'm pretty sure, you you never want to say never. Right. Because look at me. You saw me playing Cuphead not too long ago on PS4. Yeah. That was an Xbox. That was a Microsoft exclusive. I think it was an exclusive for 4 years, and then it finally got put on PS4 like 2 weeks ago, and I've been playing the hell out of it. So you never want to say never. So I can see him being on there at some point or another, but if he's not, I'm pretty certain they're gonna put somebody on there that's going to play some particular way like he does. So it's just like, why are we crying right now?
Actually, I tell you what, you know who does? Kamala Khan.
Okay.
Kamala Khan kind of slick.
You know what? I did see her swinging with her arms a little bit. You know what? I did see that.
She can grab onto stuff and swing from area to area. So she kind of plays like Spider-Man. So there you go. You got your Spider-Man. And here's the thing. He's not going to be available here. I got the story right here, just sitting here. But he's not going to be available till early 2021. You got plenty of time to save up your coins and get you a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 so you can play that Spider-Man and then go back and play that PS4 Spider-Man as well, because that game is amazing. But here's the thing, and I hate it for you. I absolutely positively hate it for you. But if Microsoft comes out and says, hey, we got Black Panther, it's going to be exclusive to the Xbox, y'all are going to be talking that shit and mad. Still, but you're gonna be talking but you're gonna be talking up because you got something of your own. So yeah, if they would have gotten their own exclusive, I don't think anybody would have been quite as mad. But at the same time, I mean, what is there to be angry about? What if you really want? Honestly, I think if you are someone who wants to play a Spider-Man game, you already would have had a PlayStation 4. If you wanted to play anything with Spider-Man in it, you already would have had a PlayStation 4. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I'm still more so shocked that we still have console wars in 2020.
Dude, what was it? When people were having that when they showed off the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and everybody was like, oh no, the PlayStation 5 is gonna be better. Oh no, the Xbox Series X is gonna be better. Here's the thing: they both look. All these motherfuckers who this is what I always find funny about this shit. The motherfuckers who are always saying that shit are the people who only play Fortnite. They only play Call of Duty. They only play NBA 2K and Madden. Motherfucker, you playing some games you can play anywhere. It's like you need to sit down, calm down. Cause look, they ain't even playing the exclusives that the console is touted for.
Yeah.
So no, get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of my face, dude. Look, I'm so like I got sick of the console wars back in like 2011. Mm-hmm. I was over it in 2011. But anyways, let's take a look at some of these. We got some super chats in here. Let's see where we at here. Here, let me I gotta scroll back. Okay, there we go. Wait, is this? Yeah, okay, there we go. Found it. So we got a $5 super chat from Charles Faulkner Jr. Says, "Woo! Styling and profiling for the American dream. The Blerd without fear. Woo! Man, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, dude. Look, we got a little Ric Flair in there, man. Man, thank you for that. God, love Ric Flair, man. Don't let anything happen to him. Don't let anything happen to my boy Ric Flair." And then we got Gillaval coming through with the $5 super chat. Says, he said, "I'm the wherever the hot shit is kind of guy. Any console can get it if they pushing heat." Exactly. Why can't everybody else be like that? Look, if the console is actually get the console that speaks to you as a gamer. Don't sit here. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you can't like okay. During the PlayStation era, actually, I'll take it back further. Fuck that. I remember the original console wars. Super Nintendo versus Sega Genesis. That was where it started for me. And I was one of those kids had a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo. When the PlayStation came out, it was PlayStation versus Nintendo 64. I had a PlayStation I had the PlayStation 1 and the Nintendo 64, and I had a fucking Sega Dreamcast. When it switched over to PlayStation 2 versus the original recipe Xbox and the GameCube, guess what? I had all three of them bitches. When we switched to the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and what was it, the Nintendo Wii, had all three of them bitches. Like the only time I have not bought a Microsoft console was starting with the Xbox One, and that was only because you can play their games on PC.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I didn't buy one. So that's why I keep telling people, man, I'm sorry. And I know it's one of those things, it sounds like such a flex, because like, oh man, you flex, look, we were poor. We didn't have money like that. But what I did is I always busted my ass and saved up my little coins and would trade in stuff and whatnot. And that's how I got all my extra systems. That's actually how I got a Super Nintendo, is I traded in my original Nintendo and all my games and a bunch of peripherals and shit, and paid little to nothing for a Super Nintendo. And I got, and that was out of my pocket. And then I got a Sega Genesis for Christmas because, somebody loved me. But it's one of those things. I always tell people, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. You'll get it one way or the other. And here, let's go. We got another one. Says Mr. I love the 90s one. Says, I mess with y'all heavy. Thank you for that. Coming through with a $5 super chat. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. It always feels good. It always feels good to hear that. Always feels good. And let's see. Oh, wait. We got a whole bunch of these. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me scroll through some of these. Got one from Corey Scott Johnson coming through the $4.99 super chat. Says, console wars and Marvel vs. DC thought process are for children. Adults realize you can like both if you are a true comic book and gaming fan. And thank you for saying that, Corey Scott Johnson, because I'm going to go tell you right now, I agree 1,000%. It's not an either or. You can like both.
So here's the thing. Apparently you can't, because I'm not gonna just name drop this man because I just found out about this brother just on Twitter because I like listening to other podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a brother on YouTube right now. Okay. His entire career or his YouTube-ness, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, but his fame is from being an Xbox fanboy, a grown ass boy.
Wow, I like said grown ass boy.
Has made his YouTube celebrity from being an Xbox fanboy. I don't get it. He paid taxes, he paid bills, and you shucking and jiving and thirsting for a system that.
Look, wait, is he giving him the shuffle off to Buffalo? He tap dancing. He just look.
Oh yeah. He looking right at he doing the truffle shuffle right in front of Sony's headquarters saying challenge.
Oh my God. Lord, I'm done with these folks.
I don't get it.
Here's my thing. No. I don't do that. Look. I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched Pulp Fiction. I don't know if you ever watched Pulp Fiction, but yeah, there's a quote from that movie talking about how are you a Beatles guy or are you an Elvis guy? And Uma Thurman says that, you can like both, but you're always going to like one a little bit more than the other. And that was something that always kind of resonated with me because that is kind of how I feel about Marvel and DC. But here's the thing. Because actually, now for me, it's not a Beatles versus Elvis thing. For me, it's more of like for me, it was always like the whole Michael Jackson versus Prince. You can like both of them motherfuckers. Because I remember that was the thing as kids. People were like, oh, who's better, Michael Jackson or Prince? Who's better, Michael Jackson or Prince? They're both great.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's the thing. My thing is, I like both of them for completely different reasons. It's kind of like how when, I feel like all roads lead back to Captain Marvel today. But I remember when the Captain Marvel movie came out, and I had videos about Captain Marvel, I had videos about Monica Rambeau. People would be like, oh, I like Monica Rambeau better. I like Captain Marvel or Carol Danvers, whatever. Yeah, here's my thing. I like both of them for completely different reasons. And that's all you need to know. I like them both for completely different reasons. But here's the thing. Yeah, you can like an Xbox and a PlayStation. You can enjoy them both. Why? That's one of the things. Oh, man, I hate seeing grown folks act like that because it's like, dude, that's what children do. That's a child's mentality. Is it, no, you can only have one. It's like, says who? I can read DC. No, the only reason you don't see me cover many DC comics on the channel is because DC been putting out some wild trash lately, and I ain't with it. That death metal, they can keep that shit. They can keep that death metal. Look, they had me hyped thinking this death metal was gonna be something. I had a sneaking suspicion it was gonna be some wild trash, but like just when I was seeing some of the solicits, like, oh man, dude, they really didn't need to follow this up. They could have left it alone, and it'd have been great. Now you done ruined the original Dark Knight's metal for me. But no, my whole thing is, you can have both. You can actually have your cake and eat it too. You can have your cake and eat it too. But, yeah, whatever. Keeping it moving. Ultimate Boo Cell with the $4.99 Super Chat says, when you make enough money to buy all consoles, you get over the console wars BS. Exactly.
Hey, ball out there.
Look, hey, that's just how it is. Because right now, the consoles I own a Nintendo Switch. I have a PlayStation 4. I got a PC. That's it. And I don't need like I said, I don't own an Xbox because you can play those games on PC. And that just is what it is. Was it Kevin Lane 14 coming through the $5 Super Chat says, be glad this didn't go on Switch. They ruined Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. I have all consoles of PlayStation. In my opinion, does the best for me. That is fair. I disagree about Ultimate Alliance. I like Ultimate Alliance 3 a lot. If there's any one thing I would criticize Ultimate Alliance for, is I feel like certain characters aren't as powerful as they should be. That is my criticism. And when I say that, I'm referring to characters. I feel like Wolverine should not have trouble with staying alive in that game. he has a healing factor, for Christ's sakes. Hulk, I feel, is about as close to being what he should be as he should be. Captain Marvel is not what she should be. I feel like she is way too squishy in that game. I also feel like Cyclops should hit harder in that game. I also feel like Colossus should be more durable. There are some balance issues in the game, but the game is still fun. Is my thing. But I will agree, yes, PlayStation does tend to have the games more often than I want to play because I like JRPGs. Xbox is a system for people who like sports games and shooters. That's just a fact. They do have some JRPGs, but very few and far between. But that said, let's move on to... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, we got... Ooh, man, we got some Mo down here. Hold on. Let's see... Gillival coming through with the $2 super chat says, I got an Xbox just for Crackdown back in the day. See, there you go. Dude, did they ever come out with Crackdown 3?
No, I don't think they did.
Wow.
You know what? Let me double check. I don't even think people would want to play it at this point with Terry Crews. Terry Crews. My bad.
Oh, goddamn.
My bad. That was my bad.
You good. You know what? I'll ride with you on that one. I'll ride with you on that one.
It was like it did come out, but it was jank.
It was jank. That's what it is.
I'm seeing some 3s and 5s out of 10s.
Nah, they can keep that shit. Well, it says, Corey Scott Johnson comes through with the $4.99 super chat, says, well, I don't rock with Elvis because he didn't promote the black people who wrote his music. That is true, too. Like I said, I don't fuck with Elvis either. Like, I live in Memphis, Tennessee, never been to Graceland. And don't give a fuck about Elvis, to be brutally honest. I'm gonna keep it
in Whitehaven, right up the street, and I never went to Graceland.
Dude, look, okay, first off, Carter knows what I'm talking about. How many people you know live in Memphis, born and raised or live in Memphis, have actually been to Graceland?
I mean, we drive by because the light that's where the Piccadilly, the restaurant was.
Right, dude. I don't know a single motherfucker who lived in this sumbitch who actually been inside Graceland. I know motherfuckers who lived in the apartment complex next to Graceland ain't been in that motherfucker. One of my boys used to live in an apartment. I'm talking about literally, you could look out his window and see into the goddamn building. He ain't never been in that motherfucker.
Yeah, I literally live right up the street. Never went. No, I'm good.
Dude, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Graceland. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I like some Elvis songs? Sure. But I don't fuck with Elvis like that. Like, when people talk about, like, the classics, like me, I prefer to say the Beatles and David Bowie. There you go.
See, I was a Johnny Cash guy more than I was an Elvis guy.
Okay, see, I can fuck with that. Johnny Cash. I can fuck with that, too. Like I said, I can like it's kind of like, and I'm not going to put him on blast because we were having a phone conversation the other day, but one of my buddies, we were actually talking, and we were talking about music. And I brought up that, because, it's no secret, I like K-pop. And he was like, oh, my God. He was just going off about it. And he was like, oh, I prefer metal. I like Five Finger Death Punch. I was like, I like them, too. Liking one doesn't exclude me from liking the other. Like, I've seen Five Finger Death Punch in concert twice. I've seen Kill Switch Engage. I've seen All That Remains. I'm actually more of a Mastodon and In Flames guy when it comes to my death metal. Like, I actually prefer more melodic death metal. I'm a Soilwork kind of guy. I like bands that aren't as heavy, like Disturbed and Seven Dust and Tool and stuff like that. But I do also like K-pop. But I like K-pop for different reasons. I like metal. I don't listen to metal to be happy. Metal actually makes me very introspective and sometimes makes me angry. Not saying I'm angry, but like I get these vibes where like I want to like mosh, or I want to I don't listen to metal and chill. Like when I listen to hip hop, I chill. When I listen to like gutter ass, like ratchet ass gangster rap, I'm driving. What was it? I always make jokes about how what's that Tekashi 6ix9ine song, Goober or whatever it's called.
I don't ask me that. you gonna make me sound so bad because I don't know any of that boy's song.
Okay, well here, y'all know where I'm going with this. I don't like Tekashi 6ix9ine, really. I don't really. I mean, I make a lot of jokes about him. Like, y'all always hear little sound bites and sound drops and be like,
I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
But I actually don't like him as a person, and I don't even really particularly like his music. But one of the times where I actually don't mind listening to Tekashi 6ix9ine, when I'm driving. Or if I'm playing a video game, like where I want to be hyped. Because I ain't gonna lie, there's something about that song Goober, like the way it kicks off. He's like, I bet don't let a nigga dick rot. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's something about that. It gets me hype. I don't know.
I don't want to listen to anything called Goober. That sounds nasty.
It's a funny song. Actually, I think I like the Belle Delphine version of that song a little better just because it's funny. But
I'm really not gonna listen to the woman selling her water. Like,
it's just a funny song. But that's all I'm saying.
Okay? Do I need to talk to somebody for you?
You need to come send someone to do a wellness check on me.
Please, boy, it sounds like you got the devil in you.
Oh Lord Jesus, no. But no, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just all I need to say. I like different shit. I like lots of different music. Like I can just as easily go from listening to synthwave like Gunship or retrowave like the Midnight to listening to K-pop like BTS and Blackpink and G-Dragon and Big Bang and God only knows who else, to listening to some of the most gutter-ass rap music you've ever heard in your life, to listen to some of the most introspective hip-hop you've ever heard, and then turn right around and be banging my head listening to some fucking thrash metal or some death metal or some shit like that. I am a nuanced person. You can like whatever you want to like. You don't need to have this either-or mentality, and I think that's something that when people tell me they have that mentality, I'm like, that tells me a lot about you as a human being. Like, it tells me a lot. Like, and I don't mean that in a good way. I don't mean that in a good way. Here, let's keep moving because we got some more super chats in here. Says, what was it? Mr. I Love the 90s coming through with $2 super chat says, this Iron Man level legit ain't shit. Needs work. Nah, he's not lying. He's referring to the Avengers game we were talking about. Yeah, I don't like the Iron Man part of the beta. I don't. Honestly, if they took Iron Man out of the game, I wouldn't care. I would not care. You would not even see me so much as you would not see me so much as bat and eyelash. And that's just straight up. That's just straight up. Anyway. Conway Bergdog coming through with a $2.99 super chat. What's going on, my guy? Says, wasn't Elvis a pervert? Yes, he was a pedophile. Yes, he was a pedophile. And people don't talk about it. People tap dance around talking about that shit. People tap dance around that shit. And then wait, Conway Bergdog came through with the $4.99 super chat. Once again says, oh yeah, as usual, brother, just because I love the content. Man, dude, first off, and Conway, I hope everything's going all right at home. Like I said, man, y'all send some positive energy like Goku needs it, man. Send it like Goku needs a spirit bomb. Send that positive energy my way, Conway Bergdog's way, because I know he had some stuff going on in his household that, we need to send this man some positive energy. I hope everything is going well with you, brother, and man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that support. See, y'all act like I don't be paying attention. I be paying attention when y'all be talking to me. I remember things. Mario Grande coming through with the $9 super chat says, I'm sorry if someone listens to death metal and chill but get turned up by listening to bluegrass. Do you, man? But I'm throwing so many flags. I mean, that's fine. I don't. Well, that's why I said I don't listen to death metal to chill. And I also don't get turned up by bluegrass. So there you go.
Oh no, man! If you watch "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," that shit kind of slaps if it's the right song.
Well, no, if it's the right song. But here's the thing. This like I don't. Okay, when it comes to country, I'm not really the biggest fan of country. I do listen to it, but I don't seek it out. Like if it's playing in a place where I'm at, then I'm fine. I'm not gonna be like, oh God, why don't you turn this crap off? No, I'll listen to it and be perfectly fine. It just I don't personally seek it out. And there's some lit country songs. There are some lit country songs. Hell, shit, I'll get hype off that shit.
I never realized that's a funny ass statement if you just think about it.
What?
There are some lit ass country songs.
There really are. There really are. There are some actually legit good ones, man. I'm like, dude, this song is actually kind of hidden. But you also got to think about too. What speaks to you is what speaks to you. Like. Yeah. That's kind of like how, okay, so You say that if someone listens to death metal and chill, but get turned up by listening to bluegrass, that there's some flags or whatever. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna pose you with a statement here. I watch horror movies to relax. Is that a flag? I like horror movies. I'm a huge fan of horror movies. Mm-hmm. Huge fan. Matter of fact, you ask my wife more often than not if we are talking about a movie to watch. I almost always say, hey, let's watch this, and it's usually a horror movie. Matter of fact, when I go to bed at night, I put on a horror movie to watch as I am relaxing and winding down to go to sleep. Matter of fact, the other night, I actually tried to go to bed early. Well, early for me, which was like 11:30 at night. I usually don't go to bed till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I couldn't go back to sleep. So what did I do? I watched 2 back-to-back horror movies, and then eventually I was ready to go to bed. But that's the thing. There's certain things that, if it speaks to you in a certain way, it just is what it is. I mean, you can judge somebody for it all you want, but I think that would make you an asshole. Just saying. I would never judge somebody for liking what they like. If it's, not hurting anybody. Not hurting anybody. I mean, if someone getting turned up by a bluegrass song is hurting you, then you need to go to the doctor and get something checked out, or an exorcist or something. But no, yeah, that said, yeah, I'll sit there in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the goddamn morning, and turn on a fucking horror movie. And I'm talking about like some wild shit. But anyway, point of the matter is, going back to what we were talking about before, Spider-Man coming out 2021, early 21. So there you go. It'll be a thing. Let's move it on along here. Let's go take a look at, we were talking about Spider-Man. Hey, Carter, how do you feel about the 90s Spider-Man animated series?
Really, really enjoyable. I think that's something you could go back and watch more so than the X-Men.
I agree. I agree. Well, it's funny you say that, because were you aware that Christopher Daniel Barnes has been talking about coming back to the Marvel universe, the Marvel family, to play a character? And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, Christopher Daniel Barnes is the gentleman who voiced Spider-Man in the 90s animated series. At the time, I think he was more notable for playing one of the Bradys in the live-action Brady Bunch movies. But, I forget which one he played. Here, let me look this up real quick, because this is actually going to plague me until I actually find it. Let's see here. Dip the toe. I shit. You tried to slide that one in there. I did. I really did. Here we go. Film. He played Greg Brady. In the live-action Brady Bunch movie. Okay. Actually, both of them, because I forgot there were 2 of them. There were 2 Brady Bunch movies. He played Greg in both of them. But yeah, a lot of people, some people may or may not remember him. But I mean, he's a grown-ass man right now. He is a whole grown-ass man at the moment. But let's see here. Let me see if I can get this to pull up. But actually, here, let's do this. Open that image in a new tab. But yeah, that's your boy right there. That's your boy, Christopher Daniel Barnes. Used to voice Spider-Man back in the day in the 90s series. But yeah, he's recently come out and said that, yeah, he wants to come back and do stuff for the current run of Marvel stuff. Okay. He wants to come back and do stuff. And more specifically, he wants to do something in the MCU. And do you know who he wants to play?
Who that be?
Now, some of you probably are thinking, oh, he probably wants to come in and play one of the heroes. He probably wants to play one of the, maybe he wants to be the voice of some random Spider-Man character or something like that. No, he does not want to be a hero. He wants to be a villain. He wants to play a villain. Matter of fact, here, we got the story right here in front of us. We've got it. Spider-Man voice actor Christopher Daniel Barnes wants to play Nightmare in Doctor Strange 2. Now, you're probably saying Nightmare? That's strange. Yeah, pun intended. But the reason why is because Nightmare has long been rumored and even brought up by the writers of Doctor Strange, the first Doctor Strange movie, as being the person they wanted for the sequel for that movie. But Spider-Man, let's see here. Here, oh, wait, let me see what we got here. Oh, God.
He has to do that in the movie one time.
Oh,
if
damn.
he was to be in it. What I just sent you on Discord.
Oh, Lord, I see it right now. Hold up.
He has to do that one time. He got to yell at Doctor Strange like that one time they put him in that movie.
Hold on, wait. I'm going to play this shit. Hold on. I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to play it.
Get back here, Shocker!
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh my God, Lord have mercy! That man was overacting. Goddamn. Okay,
scream for Doctor Strange like that at least once.
So yeah, for those who don't know what I was just doing, we were basically playing a clip from the Spider-Man animated series where he had the symbiote costume. So basically. Basically what he did is he was chasing after the Shocker. It was basically yelling at him because the symbiote suit was making him more aggressive. That's why he was yelling the way he did. But yeah, that shit's hilarious to me. But no, yeah, basically what he did, he came in talking about, this was also at the Wizard World virtual experiences for fandom convention, or at-home convention this year. It's not really a convention if you're at home. But yeah, basically he said, I want to come back and do something in the CGI realm. He said, after the success of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 years ago, many fans are calling for his iconic take on the character to be a part of the sequel in some way, which honestly, I would love it if they put 90s, if they put 90s animated Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, I'd be totally here for it. And get
I think
this
the last thing that he was in was I think it was Shattered Dimensions. I think it was in that. It was either Shattered Dimensions or whatever the sequel was.
Okay, man, dude, that seems like forever ago. But basically, they said that when asked what he would want to do, Christopher came out and said, yeah, I would like to play Nightmare in Doctor Strange. He says it's a fascinating character, and I think it would be a lot of voiceover and CGI. Of course, they wouldn't hire me, but that's what I would love to do. He says it's dark, it's psychological, it's interesting, and it's a very, very wicked character. And then, they, of course, asked him that if he's been... he's basically been... He said that he has been approached to do stuff for other Spider-Man properties. He went on to say that, he said, yeah, I've had the honor of playing like 30 different Spider-Men over the years. It's been incredible. I would do it in a second. He says, I mean, I love it, and it's a great honor every time they ask you to participate. They've had me come back with multiple roles as the villain. And basically what he was, kind of pointing at his turns as Electro and Wolf Spider on the Disney XD series Ultimate Spider-Man, which I love that series. That series doesn't get enough love. And he said, yeah, and as the old saying goes, die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. And yeah, I'm totally with that. I would love to. I think he could do it. I actually think he could pull off Nightmare. I think. But please don't do that voice. Don't do Angry Spider-Man. Don't do Angry Spider-Man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If he doesn't do Angry Spider-Man, he has to do that long Mary Jane scream.
Oh, dude.
Like I think he could do it well. I think it would be a good fit. I just think that he would have to make Nightmare a character, because you want to see Nightmare when you're looking at this movie. You don't want to see this monster on the screen, but then you hear Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, no, I would no.
And that was a problem that I remember with the games was all I heard was Spider-Man, and of course it's a video game it was a fucking Spider-Man video game, so of course you did. But what I mean is you could hear he went in and out from it, so he was this character, and like you heard he was because I think in that game he was Spider-Man 2099, and sometimes you heard Miguel, but then sometimes you heard the Spider-Man come out,
like just regular ass bog standard Spider-Man.
Yeah, so I think if he's able to make that its own character, I think it would be a good fit. Let that man get his check. Let him get it.
I ain't mad at him. Here, let's go ahead and move on to this next one real quick. This is speaking of spiders. You know how the world kind of caught fire for a couple of days when Disney announced that Mulan was going to be getting a VOD release on Disney Plus, and not for free either. They said that you had to be a Disney Plus subscriber, and of course, you also had to pay $30 to watch the movie. Now, they did clean some of this up because there was some misinformation out there. I believe they did actually reveal that it's not a rental when you pay that $30. That you do actually have permanent access to the film, which I think is fine because honestly, they kind of know their audience, and I know there was a lot of people, specifically people who are single and have no kids, that were upset. But once again, I'm gonna go back to my original statement about how things not being made for you or targeted at you. You ain't the one they making Mulan for. Like, I even had to explain this.
And no kids, that's cold,
dude. Single and no kids. Well, but here's the thing, though. Think about it. Think about this. Because my wife and I actually had this conversation because we were talking about the Lion King. And how because she was saying she made a comment about those remakes being aren't as good as the original, and I said, yeah, I agree, but I said they're not for us. And she's like, well, why would they remake them? Wouldn't they remake them for us? And I was like, no, they're not remade for us. They're remade for children. Because I said, think about it. I said, think about this. My daughter, when she wants to watch Aladdin or she wants to watch Lion King, you know which one she often wants to watch?
You're looking at Will Smith.
Yeah, she wants the live action one because a lot of kids, especially today's generation, a lot of kids don't give a shit about cartoons.
Yeah,
they don't give a shit. Yeah. I tell you what, my daughter likes. She likes she'll watch the cartoon version, the animated version of Lion King and Aladdin. But the thing is, she's not as interested in things that are animated unless it's CG animation. So basically, the more realistic it looks to her, the more she's interested in it. And it just is what it is. They don't make those movies. They're not making Mulan for us who already saw the movie. They're making it for a new generation, which is why that movie is not for you. And it's going to be for kids. You know, the target audience of Mulan and all these other Disney live action remakes, they are meant for children who probably aren't interested in watching an old ass cartoon, which I get it. I totally get it, because there's some classic movies that I don't like going back and watching. Like movies that were classics when I was coming up as a kid that I don't like going back and watching, because honestly, most movies that were made in the 60s and 70s to me were terrible. And I'm not trying to be negative, but I mean, it just is what it is. And that's how some kids feel, so I totally empathize with that. They're making those movies for these new kids coming up, and the parents who are going to take them to go see it in the theater. Well, since that's not a thing, they know that on average, probably at least 2 to 3 people, possibly 4, are going to be watching that movie in your household. And they also know that because you know how kids are, they're going to want to rewatch. Case in point, Frozen. How many times did my daughter want to watch Frozen 2 when they put that shit on Disney Plus? How many times did she want to watch it when we were watching it not on Disney Plus? Dude, she wore that damn movie out. By the time it came out on Disney Plus, she had watched that movie, no lie, at least 100 times. At least, minimum, 100 times.
Still hadn't seen it. Not even the first one.
Dude, you ain't missed shit. You ain't missed a goddamn thing, honestly. But I will say this. Though. The whole thing is, the reason why I brought up Mulan, and really just more to elaborate on the price, because you think about it. Here in Memphis, if you catch a movie, You're going to spend anywhere between $10 to $15 for one ticket, depending on what time of day you go. Just is what it is. So if I were to take, like, case in point, I use this as an example. When I took myself, my wife, and both of my kids to go see Captain Marvel, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Detective Pikachu, Avengers Endgame, do you know how much it cost me? I spent about roughly, before buying popcorn and all other bullshit, I spent about roughly anywhere between $45 to $60.
Yeah.
All depending on what time of the day we went. So, yeah. I'm perfectly okay with spending $30.
Yeah.
That's nothing to me. That's chump change to me compared to what I would pay going to a movie theater and not having bought any concessions.
Yeah. I think see, that's the whole point. Is like you're gonna spend that kind of money at a movie theater anyway, especially in a place like Memphis where they don't try to bust your head. Like I couldn't spend like going to a movie theater to go see Mulan in California. It's like I have to decide, do I want to go see this movie or do I want to pay my card note? So
right.
Of course, that's the way they're trying to price that. So I get it, but I also get other people's arguments. And motherfucker, we're already paying for Disney Plus, right? So I completely get both sides of that spectrum, but at the same time, you gonna do all this talking, you're gonna be angry, you're gonna be upset, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna spend that 30. Shut up.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. The reason why I brought it up is because you know how people have been making that argument. Hey, put Black Widow on Disney Plus. See, that's the thing. People want Disney just to put the shit on the streaming service for free because they think that, oh, well, I'm paying $7.99 a month. That'll make up for their losses of $150, $200 million they spend on this movie. You a lie and the truth ain't in you if you think that. You a damn fool if you think that, because and here's the thing, more is the point. Disney has come out and said that we are not putting that shit on Disney Plus. Disney says they do not have any plans to release Marvel Studios' Black Widow on its streaming service yet. Now, here's the thing. If Mulan does well on Disney Plus and enough people buy it, guess what will happen? Black Widow will probably wind up on there.
Okay, so I got to disagree with that. And I would have to say that that's a Marvel movie, and I'm gonna give you all reasons because I'm pretty sure that's the one argument that you hear people say all the time is no. The reason they're not putting Black Widow on Disney Plus is a fucking Marvel movie. They ain't putting that on there. I'm gonna give you. They're not gonna put it on there because it's Marvel. No, they're not gonna. In my opinion, they're not gonna put Black Widow on there because Black Widow and Mulan are completely fucking different. So when you look at Mulan. Here's the thing about Mulan. Mulan was supposed to come out ages ago, right? So every day that it does not come out, it's losing traction. Right. These live films already have the chips stacked against them compared to the original. That's number one. That's number one and number two. Number three, very, very simple. There was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that was happening with Mulan. Where it was the main actress that's playing the character of Mulan has been saying some off the wall crazy shit out in the real world. Then you also have the fact that a lot of the songs that were in the original that you, me, or people on the younger side, when we watched that animated film back in the day, didn't know was fucking racist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. God, yeah.
Yeah, so
they had a lot of shit in there that was slick racist.
Yeah, so it was a lot of stuff that was in that animated movie that they took out to appease Japan and stuff like that to go see this current one. So it had a lot of shit going against it before it even hit theaters. Right. Carol Baskins didn't make shit any better for this movie. So at this point, they have to do something to try to make some of that balance back, because there is no telling how much the movie actually costs and how much they're going to lose. So they have to put that movie out at some point. Black Widow, that's a Marvel movie that needs no introduction. People will wait for theaters to reopen to go see that movie. Nobody's going to wait. Nobody's gonna wait for Mulan to come out in the theaters. They'll wait for that shit to come out at I don't know if this is still a thing. I know this was a thing in Memphis.
The $2 theater. It's actually $3.50 now. It's actually $3.50 now.
Okay, yeah, I think
it may be $6 when we come back because theaters are going bankrupt now because of all this shit going on. But I agree with you. Like I actually think it would be a dumb move for them to put this on Disney Plus. I don't want them to put this on Disney Plus. Wait for theaters to come back. Just wait, because people will wait to go see it. They will wait. And they will go see it because it's a Marvel movie. And just like how people talk shit about how they weren't going to go see Captain Marvel, well, guess what? Captain Marvel made over $1 billion, so people went to go see it.
Yeah. And that's something. Well, I see a lot of people in chat asking what the actress was saying that's playing Mulan. Well, she was saying a lot of shit when it came to the Hong Kong police. If you guys can remember a couple months back when they protests,
were,
the protests and things like that, and you had like StarCraft and like these Blizzard video game esports players that were getting banned because they were trying to stand up for the people and stuff. Well, this sister was saying a lot of shit that was for what the police were doing.
Yes.
And a lot of people were trying to counsel her back then because of that. So you have that going against you. You have the fact that you've taken out a lot of the stuff that was in the animated movie, because just to keep it a buck here, these new movies, like you said, are made for kids nowadays.
Yeah.
But the thing is, those kids have parents. If those parents can't see something that's going to remind them of the movie that they watch, then they aren't gonna want to go take their kids to see it, because they can't have a nostalgia trip, and those kids can't experience this new movie. So that Mulan had a lot of stuff going against it, to where they need to make some kind of money on the back end on this movie.
Well, they have to make some money off of that. It's kind of the same thing. It's funny to me, like, so many actors have gotten in trouble because the chick that played Harriet Tubman in that Harriet movie, she got in trouble for saying some anti African American shit. Because the woman who played Harriet is like 100% African. But she was talking about like Black Americans. She was basically calling us jungle bunnies and ignorant. And she got canceled for that. Mulan got canceled for... Actually, Jackie Chan said some shit, too. Some people... that one kind of got glossed over because folks were so focused on Mulan. But Jackie Chan said some shit, too, that kind of got him put on some ice.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even want to go see. I didn't want to go see Lady Django. It just looked like a straight to DVD, straight to VOD ass movie when I saw it. But yeah, that's why Mulan is gonna be on there. But you're not gonna see no damn get the fuck out of here.
No.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing that somebody is saying in chat. You are correct. Mushu is not in this movie.
No,
because that was one of the main things that a lot of people in Japan and stuff thought was really offensive. Apparently, Mushu was offensive to them in the animated movie, and Mushu kind of made the animated movie for some people. So. Yeah.
Well, what they did is they actually not only they get rid of Mushu, they put in another, because people said, oh, they got rid of it because he's too mystical. He's like he's a mythical creature. That's not true. Because there's another character in there who turns into a whole ass fucking bird. So yeah, that wasn't the case. But yeah, they got rid of Mushu because he was offensive to Chinese people and Asian people in general. But yeah, it is what it is. And the thing is, and I tell people, if you actually let down your nostalgia guard, like your demand for nostalgia, I actually think the live action Aladdin's not bad. I think it's actually it's fine. The live action Lion King, also fine. Beauty and the Beast is literally just Beauty and the Beast. It's just more Beauty and the Beast.
I forgot they made a live action Beauty and the Beast.
A lot of other people did too. A lot of other people did too. You ain't alone there. But no, to put a point on it though, they actually came out and said, was it Bob Chapek, the guy who kind of took over for Bob Iger? He actually went on and said that, they basically the whole thing they're doing with Mulan is literally just a one-time deal. He said, hey, we're pleased to be able to bring Mulan to our consumer base that's been waiting for it for a long time, as we've had to unfortunately move our theatrical date several times. We're fortunate that we have the opportunity to bring it to our own direct-to-consumer platform so consumers can enjoy it. But we're looking at Mulan as just a one-time thing, as opposed to trying to say that there's some new business windowing model that we're looking at. I mean, that's literally all there is to it.
I think that's another way of saying we need to make some money off of this.
Right.
Every day that passes, we are losing ground. We need to make something.
Right, because he said that, he says, so Mulan, he says, a one-off. That said, we find it very interesting to be able to take a new offering, our Premier Access offering, to consumers at that $29.99 price and learn from it and see what happens, not only in terms of the uptake of the number of subscribers that we get on the platform, but the actual number of transactions on the Disney Plus platform that we get on that Premier VOD offering. So, yeah, it's basically, that's one of those situations where it's like, yeah, dude, they're trying to make some money. And I'm sorry, but $7.99 ain't going to pay for Mulan. $7.99 a month ain't going to pay for Mulan. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be an asshole, but it just is, look, it is what it is, more or less. And I guess, yeah, let's take it. Let's take it elsewhere. Let's take it elsewhere. Because we got a couple more stories I want to hit real quick. Matter of fact, this one we're going to drop because, you know what, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
It ain't shit. It's some stuff I talked about in the past, and if you don't know that America Chavez is rumored to be in Doctor Strange 2 by this point, I don't know what to tell you, because it's the worst kept secret in Hollywood right now. Worse kept than the fact that there are pedophiles running Hollywood. There's a worse kept secret than that. But no, let's talk about my boy James Gunn.
Yes, sir.
James, my blicky always got the stiffy Gunn. Let's talk about your boy real quick.
He added oh my God, he added the
Look, hey, I had to. So those of you now I'm not going to talk about the Suicide Squad video game because, once again, talking about worst kept secrets, # worst kept secret. We knew this game was coming out. We talked about it weeks ago. I'm not going to talk about it here because they're not saying anything about it, and we won't know anything about it until towards the end of August when they do DC Fandom.
The only thing I would say about that Suicide Squad game that Rocksteady announced was just that in that image they showed, it was Superman with a reticle on his head. So here was my thing. If they make it to where you fight Superman and don't just get completely destroyed, I'm going to be mad.
Like, they should be scared of him. They should be scared of him.
Boss fight. Yeah, he like, dude, I want to be able to hear a gunshot go off, and then you look around and you're trying to see if it's Will Smith is Deadshot. You thinking it's Deadshot shooting at somebody, and it's really fucking Superman breaking the sound barrier to give you an entanglement with his fist. Like, I want Superman to break somebody off.
Dude, so you know the way that like the Justice League movie, the way the Justice League were terrified of Superman when he was like all Pet Cemetery mode, or better yet, the Boys. You know how like the Boys are like kind of iffy about fighting superheroes on the TV show. I want it to be like that. I want motherfuckers to be like, "Ooh, shit, here comes so and so." That's how I want it to be. But no, we're talking about the movie here, which is like a reboot / sequel. A rebootquel. Whatever you want to call it, but basically James Gunn came out and said that there's going to be zero interference from studios during the making of this movie. We all know that the first Suicide Squad movie that David Ayers did had tons of studio interference, which is why that movie was such a schizophrenic film.
That's why I don't believe this a little bit, though. Like, I feel like there's going to be some. Like, I know it's James Gunn, and they saw what he did with quote unquote a bunch of people nobody knew in Guardians of the Galaxy. So I know they're gonna give him some rope, but I feel like they're gonna say something, man.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. So basically, Gunn, he got asked about it on Twitter. And this is what he had to say. He said, I can confirm Suicide Squad is 100% zero interference, no holds barred, me. And again, I can't wait for you guys to get a glimpse of it at DC Fandom. Yes, I'm pimping Fandom a lot, but that's because I know how exciting it's going to be for my film and other stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think by other stuff, you can probably imagine that he's talking about the Suicide Squad video game, as well as some, there's probably going to be some stuff about, Zack Snyder's Justice League cut, Snyder cut. There's probably going to be some stuff about some more upcoming DC animated and live action properties that are going to be coming out, and also some comic stuff too. So it's gonna be a lot of stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm with you. I'm pretty sure the studio fucked with him at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do think that they aren't doing it anywhere near on the level of what they did with the first movie.
Yeah, I think they learned their lesson from that for sure.
Oh, they better have. Because I'm sorry, dude, they were fucking up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was more of a PSA than anything else. Last. And I'm going to tell you guys something, man. I want y'all to understand something. So, there were some rumors that recently came out about your boy Ryan Reynolds coming back to the DC universe. Some live action, and some live action bullshit. People saying, oh, he's going to be playing Carter Hall. He's going to be playing Hawkman. And Ryan Reynolds politely came out and said that, that shit ain't happening. but Ryan Reynolds basically came out and said, his official Twitter account said, I'm not playing Hawkman and Black Adam, although I generally do whatever the hell The Rock tells me to do. I would, however, love to be in Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, and I've heard I may already be in it. # Snyder Cut.
That's the new current thing is he said, no, I'm not going to be Hawkman. But what you guys don't know is I'm Green Lantern in the Snyder Cut. But he said it and people just ran with it. So now it's at a point to where some people don't know if Ryan Reynolds is trolling or if he's actually fucking serious.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Ryan Reynolds is so good. He's so good at it. Like I love it. But I love The Rock's response even more. This man came out and said, you are playing Hawkman, and that's that. You're also Deadpool. Green Lantern when you want because you own the intellectual property. You're in the Zack Snyder Justice League movie, and you're also Kevin Hart's dad. Like in real life, as per your blood test. Which this is now okay. Let's be 100% about this. These motherfuckers are probably fucking with you. These motherfuckers are probably fucking with you. I don't think for 5 seconds. I don't even believe for 5 seconds that the Ryan Reynolds is gonna be in Black Adam. I just don't. I don't think that's the case. I think The Rock was just poking some fun. They were having fun with it. And that's what you do. You have fun with this shit. And I don't think for 5 seconds that you're going to see I don't think for 5 seconds you're going to see anything even remotely I don't think you're going to see anything even remotely like Ryan Reynolds in Black Adam. Now, if you do, awesome, cool. They just spoke something into existence. Is he going to be in the Snyder Cut? I doubt that too, but you never know. You never know. He may be there for 2 seconds.
It messed a lot of people up when Ryan Reynolds himself said that he might be in Justice League, and then The Rock just comes out and just basically co-signs it, because a lot of people said, wait, Ryan Reynolds owns the intellectual property of Green Lantern since when? Oh my God, he's gonna be in Snyder Cut. So it's just like,
dude, motherfuckers were wilding.
Yes, and if he is actually in Black Adam now as Hawkman, it's like you said, it was something that was spoken into existence that's how Deadpool got here.
Yep.
It was spoken into existence and leaked by the same dude. Come on, he got millions and he leaked it.
Dude.
Plus, this is The Rock, man. He is now the owner of his own football league. He ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. That's what a lot of people are thinking of. That's how a lot of people are thinking about it, right? He's an actor. He got his own football league now with the XFL. He just told Ryan Reynolds he's going to be in his book. Like, so who knows at this point? Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, I was going to say, at this point, honestly, what was it? I kind of take the Assassin's Creed approach. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Yeah.
You know, that's just kind of my mentality on it lately. Here, I'm going there cleaning up some of these Discord questions, so I already know what's what. But
somebody else in the chat just said that, like, did you see when Ryan Reynolds was just jumped into that X-Men reunion?
Yeah, dude, he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck, and I am here for it. I mind you, I'm here for it. I'm all for it because you know what? Even though I say a lot of times I can't stand trolls. I think a lot of you know I'm a wrestling fan, and honestly, if you're a wrestling fan, you are used to being trolled because a lot of times you don't know, like, because we have access to wrestlers now that we didn't have before, and The Rock is a wrestler. You know, he doesn't wrestle much anymore, but he was a wrestler, and you know, he is just as prone to doing the same things that other wrestlers are. Sometimes you don't know if they're working or if they're shooting. And if they're working, that means they're selling you a gimmick. They're selling you a work. They're selling you a lie. If they're shooting, they're telling you the truth. And the thing is, that was an obvious shoot from The Rock. That was an obvious shoot. Or not shoot, but work. Terminology mix up. That was an obvious work. And I think Ryan Reynolds was working you too. But if it were real, I think that Rock would have probably have said something. He would have quote tweeted it as opposed to just simply replying to it if it was legit. If any part of what he said was legit. Plus, you know, the whole Kevin Hart thing, not true. But man, you know what, Carter? Let's get into some questions, man. Let's get into some questions.
Ready.
Let's get some questions. Let's see here. Let's look. I want to get the questions with the chat, and then once we get through the chat, after a few minutes, we'll talk some Discord questions. Which, by the way, if you have not done so already, the link to join the Discord, if you want to join the Discord, is there for you. Make sure you are going to be directed to the rules section. Make sure you go through the rules and verify at the bottom, and then you'll be able to access the rest of the server. But yes, we will address Discord questions after we address everything else. Okay, well, let's see here. Oh, we got a super chat. We got some super chat here. We got super chat first. We're going to answer that first. Let's see here. SFC Cape Killer, proud member of the Blerd Club, is coming through saying that with a $10 super chat, says, don't know about you, Blerd. DC dropped Batman Who Laughs. Now everybody is Batman Who Laughs. Dropped Dr. Manhattan. Now everybody's Dr. Manhattan. It sucks. Yeah, I agree. I don't like the way it's going right now. And for those who don't know, Dark Knight's death metal, yeah, basically the Batman Who Laughs is basically Dr. Manhattan now. And I'm just like, no, y'all doing too much. Cut it out. Cut the bullshit. I'm done.
No,
get me out of
here. You're wrong. He's not Dr. Manhattan.
Oh.
He's the Darkest Knight.
Oh, that's right. He is the Darkest Knight. Yeah, because he was the final Bruce Wayne, and now he is the Darkest Knight. Dude, get this shit the fuck out of here, man. Go on, somebody with that bullshit. And dude, look, you know what? I need to get that. I need to get a clip of Blade. You remember that scene from Blade where the police shoot him, and he turns around and is like, "Motherfucker, have you lost your goddamn mind?" I need to get a clip of that so I could play like, "Motherfucker, have you lost your goddamn mind?" I need that right now. But yeah, no, I don't know. This ain't it. This ain't the look. This ain't the move, Chief. DC, y'all do better, please. Please and thank you. Do better. I see another question that jumped in here. We got one from my guy, Ruben Hart, also proud Blerd Club member. Says, what is your favorite Kill Switch Engage song? Oh, hold wait a minute. Let me get my Birdman mode. Yeah, I'm in Birdman mode now. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let me rub my hands together. Okay, so My favorite Kill Switch Engage song used to be This Fire, which was on their, I believe it was their third album, As Daylight Dies. It was a bonus song that ultimately wound up becoming CM Punk's theme song when he was in WWE. And that was my favorite song for a long time. And then I started hearing it so much because I watched so much wrestling that I got tired of it. But probably, honestly, I really like Rose of Sharon. Rose of Sharon is probably one of my favorite songs. Largely because it deals with it deals with accepting death and loss, and having lost a really close friend of mine to cancer some years ago, and then another really close friend to health complications, and really just having lost people that are close to me, period, taken too soon. Rose of Sharon just really resonates with me. But though I won't lie, another song that is a really, and I know you said favorite, but like it can kind of wax and wane with the phases of the moon. I also am a huge fan of The Arms of Sorrow from As Daylight Dies, and This Is Absolution. Those two songs, they're really powerful songs, just really speak to me, man. I like when I hear This Is Absolution, you hear those first like few chords, dude, that shit gets me hype. I will fucking punch a motherfucker that shit comes on. Like I look, and when Howard comes in, he's like, "We will not die." That's a word. I'm like, oh, dude, get chills in my soul, in the pit of my. Ooh, yeah, just feel good. And then, like, Arms of Sorrow is just such a, like, because it's the song immediately after, it's such a departure from the previous song where Howard is basically, dude, Howard's out here preaching. But, just the whole line talking about, the echoes of my voice, follow me down, the shadows I cast, follow me down. Like, dude, stuff like that, I love shit like that. Just, another one, and this is from the Jesse era. Was it Jesse Leach? I think it was the original singer and is now the current singer. God, they had a song, oh my God, that I just fucking loved. Here, actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna pull this up because this is probably one of my other favorite songs. It was from Alive or Just Breathing. It was from that album. And I'm trying to remember the name of the song. I'm actually looking it up right this second. Self-Revolution. Self-Revolution. That is actually Self-Revolution and Life to Lifeless. Those are two songs that will God, I keep thinking so many. The Element of One. The Element of One is another favorite of mine. God damn, I keep thinking of new songs. Jesus Christ. But anyway, that said, here, let's keep moving because I think we got us another super chat. Got us another super chat here. We're going to answer that one real quick. The True Pharaoh coming through saying, you have any thoughts on Transformers War for Cybertron on Netflix if you've seen it? Yes, I've seen the first 3 episodes of it. I was watching it with my daughter, and I like it. I like it so far. I will say, you will see the plot twist coming at the end of that motherfucker, even though I haven't seen the plot twist, but I know what it's going to, I have a very good idea of what it's going to be. If you are in any way, shape, form, or fashion familiar with Transformers lore, you will see it coming a mile away. You will see it there. I don't even want to say exactly what. All I will say is there is a betrayal, and I'm not going to say on what side it's on, but if you are familiar with Transformers lore, you'll see that shit coming 10 million miles away. Carter, have you seen it?
Not yet. Because I've still been I've still been on this Image Humble Bundle. So I've just been trying. So I'm I haven't even finished this first omnibus of Hack Slash yet.
Dude.
But I will say that I just want to ask people in chat because I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I wasn't the only person when I saw War for Cybertron. I thought it was based off the damn game.
Oh yeah, I did too at first, and then they were like, "No,
Okay.
this is something else. It's its own story."
Okay.
I mean, it is similar because I mean, it is about the war between the Decepticons and the Autobots, which is basically what War for Cybertron was. But this one, it kind of goes a step in a different direction. It's not so much. I don't think it's so much an adaptation of the game or just a retelling of the story the game is trying to tell.
Yeah.
But I like it so far. I like it. Also, I want to point out, I talked about this on stream the other day on Twitch, but or no, actually no, I talked about this during this was during the Nerd 901 podcast we recorded the other day. But my daughter schooled me on something Transformers related, and my mind is forever blown, and I never thought about it.
Okay.
So, like, my daughter, she's at that age right now when we watch a show, she wants to know who the good guys and the bad guys are.
Okay.
And, she's like, Daddy, who's the good guys? And, who are the bad guys? And I'm like, oh, well, so I'm explaining to him, saying, oh, well, honey, the characters who have the red the red symbol on their face, or on their face, but on their chest or on their arm or whatever, they're the good guys. And I said, the guys who have the purple symbol on their chest or on their arm, those are the bad guys. And she was like, oh. So then we sit there for a few minutes, and she hasn't said anything since then. And she says, I know how I can tell. And I was like, how? And she was like, the good guy's eyes are blue. The bad guy's eyes are red. I never paid that shit any attention a day in my life. I was like, Lord, this child, she about to get her own channel. Look, baby Blerd without fear. Or actually, no, baby Blerd without snacks.
Oh, I think the one thing that I ever heard about the show is it makes you understand both perspectives. Because I think one thing I was reading about it said that, every villain thinks they're the hero in their mind.
Yes, that is very much the case. Yes.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people said, like, you might have you might already have it in your head of who, of course, is going to be the good guy, the bad guy. But apparently this War for Cybertron, it really makes you kind of, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. It makes you kind of go like that. So that was why I was wanting to check it out. I didn't even realize it was going to be a whole damn trilogy. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's 6 episodes in this one, but the thing is, you can tell this was meant to be a movie, not a broken up. But they broke it up so it's easier to digest.
Gotcha.
Oh, hey, we got one here. I almost missed this. We got one from J-Mail. Got a super chat from J-Mail 1984. $10 super chat says, loving all that y'all are doing. Watched you last week and just want to say much love to you. Thank you so much for that. Like I said, man, I appreciate all. We appreciate it. And just thank you. Thank you so much. Like I said, the support is always welcome. I think we got another. We got another super chat. Says LJ Mack with a $10 super chat says, I won't spend $30 on Mulan, but I will give Disney Plus however much they want for Black Widow. I shamefully admit I'm a Marvel movie male. I'm a Marvel movie male here. Shakes my head. No, I totally get it. Like I said, I understand it. I perfectly understand it. Like I totally get why some people would not want to. Like I know some people that are perfectly okay with doing that deal for Black Widow and not for Mulan, and I totally understand that. I totally understand that. I do not disagree with that stance at all. But one thing I will say, if Mulan gets a bag off this VOD, there's no telling what'll happen next. There's no telling what'll happen next, and I can promise you that. Yeah. But man, yeah, thank you once again. Thank you once again for that. And here, we had a question too. This one was, let's see here. Conway Bergdog says, have you read the Wonder Woman Black Label comic yet? It's amazing. I have not. I need to put that on my radar.
There's a Wonder Woman Black Label comic?
Yes. I believe so. I'm here for it. I mean, I'll check it out. I will check it out. But yeah, like I said, also, I will say, if you have not been watching the Harley Quinn animated series on HBO Max, please do. It is so good.
Yeah, I just realized that they put that on HBO Max. It popped up after I watched the I watched the season finale of Doom Patrol, which kind of just that pissed me off.
Oh man, dude, you just reminded me too. I need to go watch that.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this is something that I did not know. And I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who's watching Doom Patrol season 2 or anything like that. But the thing is, what I didn't know, because when you watch it, you when it gets to the end, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait till next week. It doesn't end like a season finale.
Oh,
and then I found out that there was supposed to be another episode, but hashtag Carol fucking Baskins.
Oh, damn. Ooh. So they basically did what Titans did, but not for the same reasons.
Yeah, so basically
Titans did the same thing, but not because of COVID. It was like, if you thought the Titans season 1 ended weird, or if you thought that season 2 of Titans ended like or started weird, it's because the first episode of Titans was originally meant to be the season finale of the first season. So what's probably going to happen is the episode of the beginning of Doom Patrol is basically going to be the season finale of season 2, is what that sounds like.
Yeah, so that kind of pissed me off because I never knew that. Because when I watched it, I'm just like, wait, because finale, excuse me. And then that's when I started doing research on it. But sure enough, they were in the process of shooting the season finale of this newest season of Doom Patrol.
When it happened,
Carol Baskin started. So they just took pieces that were in the finale and then incorporated it into this episode.
Damn. That's fucked up, man. I hate that. Yeah. Well, man, now you're making me want to wait till season 3 comes in and then watch that episode. But no, actually, funny you mentioned that. Speaking of finales, Stargirl's finale is going to be this week, and apparently it has multiple post-credit scenes, kind of like how The Flash used to do. But this one supposedly is going to have several like after credit whatever things going on. So if you are watching Stargirl, if anyone's in the chat watching Stargirl, you may want to keep an eye out for that. Here, I got a question from Gene Dublade. Says, have you read Winter Solstice? A tale of a black kid tries to assassinate the Holy Father Christmas, Santa, for what the Empire Noel has done to his family. Sick graphic novel. I loved it. I'm going to put that on my radar. I think I've heard of that comic. I just have not, seen it for one reason or another. I haven't read it for one reason or another. Have you heard of that one, Carter?
I haven't. That's kind of new to me.
Okay. Well, we gotta put that on. Since Marvel is stealth canceling books now, we got time to read it.
Yeah, it just when I saw that the tale of a black kid trying to assassinate Santa, I just thought of that Boondocks episode when he kept running on the mall, Santa.
Dude,
the first thing that popped into my head when I saw that.
You go pay what you owe. I love that shit. Let's see. He says, Kay Garrick says, what X-Men would you like to see in the Avengers game? Questions for both of you. Okay, so Carter, I'm gonna let you take first crack. I already know it's gonna be not Wolverine.
Well, I'm not gonna go with that one, but that one's too easy. In the Avengers game, you know what? Let's do this. Let's pull an uncanny Avengers real quick. I wouldn't mind Sabretooth.
Okay, all right.
And the reason I say this, and I got like that's a like my first answer was gonna be Cable, but that's too on the nose because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Cable.
The pouches, man, the pouches and the pockets.
Like that, I don't even play Fortnite, but they put Cable on Fortnite, and I bought it, and we played it for like 2 days. And I deleted that fucking game. But the reason, I just like Sabretooth's character development, man, from the terrible event that was Axis.
Oh God!
So when he got inverted, when he basically had to kind of own up to what he did, and X-Men, I would like to see in the event. Like that's just the first thing off the top of my head because I went back and I reread some of the Sabretooth stuff that Cullen Bunn did, and it was really, really good. And
I like Cullen Bunn. I like him.
His quality is kind of it depends on. He's kind of like
the character.
Bendis.
Yeah,
It kind of like Bendis. He has to be in a good mood and like that character.
yes.
X-Men.
Oh man,
you gave it to me first because you had to think on it. That's why
I did. I kind of did. Well, I mean, my answer is gonna be easy. I'm just gonna say Storm.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Storm. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
that's the easy answer.
I think it's just when you said X-Men, that was what I was reading. Like before we started the show, I was reading some of the X-Men shit that Cullen Bunn did. So I just finished seeing fucking Sabretooth in that book. So
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this.
What you got? What you got?
You and I were just talking about this. If they put like, this is the way you described him, Mob Boss X-Force based.
Oh yes. Woo!
Do the Brian Michael Bendis all new X-Men like Young Beast when he instead of messing with science, he started messing with magic shit and almost became a damn demon and stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Yeah, no, I'm 1,000% with that.
There are too many damn X-Men to pick. Oh my god,
there really are. There's too many. Jarrell Boza said, "Did you hear about what happened with Dynamite Entertainment? What the CEO did?" No, I did not.
Okay, so that I know what he's talking about.
Okay, educate us, my good man.
Okay, so basically there was an Indiegogo for a new Vampirella book from Dynamite, and they were funding a variant cover to that game from Comics Gators.
Yes. Okay.
So
gotcha.
A lot of people chewed them up and spit them out, and several writers said that they were done working with Dynamite because of that. They left the books that they were working on, what have you. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that's what he's referring to.
Okay, got you. Yep. Okay, so all right, yeah. See, because there was, I don't know if we did the story about this last week or the week. I can't remember. I don't remember much of anything. But I know there was a story about was it Jay Lee or somebody? I forget. It was an artist who did a cover for somebody that was like a Comics Gator, and like Tom King got dragged for basically trying to get Jay Lee taken or whoever it was taken off the cover of it or whatever, and apparently there was some beef between them because like apparently DC and Tom King and Jay Lee or whoever, I guess a conversation was had at some point or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know.
What they're saying in chat right now is that Jay Lee did a cover for EVS.
Yeah, okay, yeah, for that fuckhead. Okay, got you. Apparently, Jay Lee said that he didn't know anything about Comicsgate and that he doesn't even really, like, pay attention to the internet. And that was basically his defense. And, which, whatever, that's fine. I'm pretty sure people in the industry know what Comicsgate is, even if you are Jay Lee. I'm pretty sure he knew what it was, but that was just his defense. And basically, Tom King said, came out later and said, "Oh yeah, everything's been hashed out. It was a misunderstanding. We're all good now." And then Jay Lee came back and said, "Actually, no, we're not." And he was, because apparently he had to put down, or he lost one of his pets, and or I assumed it was a pet because the picture was of a dog. But apparently it was his day to mourn the loss of his dog, him and his wife, and apparently all that happened on that day, so he was in his feelings about that. And I was just like, you know what, honestly, this all just kind of sounds like some high school bullshit. So this is some he said, she said, and everybody's mad at each other, and I don't give a fuck. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, a lot of people have been getting busted. Cause I think, Sean Glenn Murphy, he got hit for the same thing.
That kind of pissed me off too. Cause I was enjoying all of his, Batman White Knight stuff.
Yeah, Batman White Knight, Curse of the White Knight. I was like, dude, this dude's doing good shit. And I like some of his stuff even before that, but it was like, man, dude, I was like, dude, please.
Some of his image stuff was really good as well. They're giving him his own fucking White Knight universe for DC's Black Label, and then Comics Gator.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's my thing. First off, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. Does it need to be said? Fuck Ethan Van Sciver. Fuck that motherfucker. He ain't shit. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, wait. Here, I got some here. Yeah, I see. Yeah, they said was the well, but here's my thing though. Here's my thing though. If he did do a cover for someone like Ethan Van Sciver, who is literally the face of Comicsgate, fuck that motherfucker. I mean, look, him being Asian doesn't preclude him, from fucking with people who ain't shit. I'm sorry, but Ethan Van Sciver is a very outspoken piece of shit. The dude didn't he name one of his? Did he like either name his child after the Reverse Flash or after the Reverse Flash or vice versa, or name the Reverse Flash after his child or some bullshit? I was like, dude, fuck you, dude.
It was something along those lines. I think people started copying that fuckhead Jeff Loeb because of Sam Alexander.
Oh God. Lord.
You know, a lot of people they don't want to dog Jeff Loeb out too bad with him naming Nova after his kid and stuff after him. Yeah, sins of the father.
Hey, dude, done. It's a wrap. Don't nobody care. Yeah, I mean, here's my thing though. I ain't gonna lie, dude. His problems are his problems, and you know what? I hate it for him. I hate his dog died, but you know what? What do you want me to do about it? I'm just saying. What do they want me to do about it? Want me to miracle his dog back? I don't care about his dog. It ain't my dog. I feel the same way about dogs and pets that I do about children sometimes. It's like other people's kids, whatever. I like my kid. I don't like kids in general. I'm really weird about kids. Like other people's kids, like if I get to know them or whatever, like my friends' kids, cool, whatever. Yeah. But like just in general, just like random and sundry children, I'm like, just like, cause just it is what it is. I was that way. I was a kid who grew up not liking other kids. Bullshit aside. But, my whole thing is, like, I like dogs when they're my dog. I worked in, like, pet retail for too long. Like, I used to have to be nice to other people's animals, even when they were pieces of shit. So now I just freely dislike people's animals out of hand, unless they're my animals. Then I'm like, oh, my animal, he's so sweet. Yeah, fuck that dog over there. But it is what it is. But, yeah, let's see here. I love how this person acts like I owe them an answer.
What?
This is funny. There's someone out here acts like I owe them an answer. I'm gonna answer this super chat instead. Grayson Red with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that. He said, even if he didn't know about Comicsgate, it's Lee's industry, so he should be aware. Ignorance is not an excuse. Best of luck to both of them, though. And that is kind of my attitude towards it. Thank you, Grayson Red, for having some sense. Yeah. You worked... Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, let's use this as an example. We all know about the allegations that were against Bill Cosby, right?
Yeah.
That he drugged and raped multiple women.
Okay.
So, do you know that this was a widely known secret in the comedian community? Lots of comedians knew about this, even comedians who were not connected to Bill Cosby. Bob Saget knew about it. Seth MacFarlane knew about it. If you don't know who Seth MacFarlane is the creator of Family Guy, Cleveland Show, American Dad, all those random and sundry TV shows. Hannibal Buress knew about it. Hell, Eddie Murphy Slick knew about it. Lots of comedians knew about it. It really wasn't even a secret. It was actually kind of a running joke in the comedian community. So yeah, no, I don't buy that. I don't buy that for a second. If you work in the comics industry, yes, you know about fuck shit going on in your industry, whether you want to admit it or not. Just is what it is. But that said, yeah, I'll answer your question very simply. Lollapapa, I fucking hate Comicsgate, and yes, I am anti-Comicsgate, and if you have a problem with me being anti-Comicsgate, you can go fuck right the fuck off. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Anyway, point of the matter is, we're gonna go ahead and move it on along to Discord questions now.
I can't take all this swearing from my young, pure soul, man. All this foul language and cursing and the swearing and the fucking and the shits. I can't take this.
Yeah, and well, it's my thing. I feel very strongly about Comicsgate because I've had too many Comicsgate motherfuckers show up to my channel talking that wild, spicy bullshit, and then trying to make it seem like Comicsgate is out here doing the Lord's work. No, you are not. You're just a bunch of fucking incel, fucking neckbeard, ain't had pussy since pussy had them. Because if you ever actually did have pussy, people who get pussy don't get that kind of energy in them.
Okay, first of all, you're not finna say anything about neckbeards. We are in a quarantine right now, and barbershop will not let me take my mask off to get my beard fixed, okay? I don't want it here. I don't want it. I don't like it, okay? Black folks cannot use razors. That's how razor bumps get popped up everywhere. I'm a pretty individual, okay? Barbershops do it, all right? I will not let you sit there and be foul neckbeards like we willingly want to be out here with this nastiness. It's hard right now. We're in quarantine.
Well, look, I get it. I totally get it. But I'm referring to people who only have a beard at the neck. Like, you don't have a beard anywhere else on your face except at the neck. Like, your beard literally stops, like, right here at the jawline. Like, that's where it starts. That's where it starts. It just goes on down. That's all you got. No, I will say, I'll tell you what. I won't defame you, Carter. I will not defame. I will rescind the neck beard part, but I will not rescind the rest of that shit. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Motherfuckers who are getting laid ain't got time to have that kind of bullshit ass energy. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Only motherfuckers that have not gotten laid got time to be that spicy about some shit like that. Wait, hold up. Losersaurus said, this is why Carter ain't on cam. Losersaurus, they called you out, man.
No. Leave me alone. That's why I'm not on camera. I'm at the secret location, okay? Y'all don't need to know. Stay out of my business. That's what you need to do.
Wait, it said Drill Boses. Thank you for that super chat, by the way, Lusasaurus. Or no, thank you for that, but no, it was not that. Got to mix it up. Lusasaurus to do the super chat, but he's a channel member, so thank you for being a channel member. Alfonso want to say thank you for the super chat, $5 coming in and said just dropping some love. Happy International Cat Day. Okay. I'm here for it. Thank you. And says what was it? Drill Boza coming through saying, hey Ernie. You hear about Christopher Priest writing U.S. Agent. I heard about the U.S. Agent part. I didn't realize it was Christopher Priest writing it, but I guess this does kind of line up with his attitude lately towards not just wanting to be saddled as only a guy who writes black characters. I totally get that.
Have you read have you read any of his Deathstroke?
Yes. I liked his Deathstroke. It was I liked it.
I was surprised at how good Deathstroke was.
He actually did a good job. I see. Wait, someone in here said, what was it? Good Samaritan says, I don't know what Comicsgate is at all. Basically, it's a movement of angry people who don't like diversity in their comic books. They don't like being reminded that the world is more than just straight white male characters, and they're perfectly okay with lesbians so long as they're white. And yeah. That's about it. That's all I got. No, but they typically have very strong opinions about female characters. If the female character doesn't have triple D cup boobs and doesn't have long blonde hair going down her back, They think that basically anybody who uses the term SJW as a negative, which is funny considering that the comics industry has always been that way, for the most part. Just may not be how you think about it, but yeah, those people. Let's see here. Actually, I'll answer this one real quick. Downtown Klein Brown said, "Hey Blerd, you know a good spot to start reading Spider-Man?"
Superior.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Actually, I would say kick off, if you really want to get recent, I would say kick off with Dan Slott's Brand New Day. Go from there. Because that will include Superior Spider-Man as well. But Superior Spider-Man is a very good place to start.
Wait, which one was the shitty one? Was it One More?
That was One More Day. That was J. Michael Straczynski and somebody else whose name I'm forgetting.
Oh, see, I thought, okay. I see. I couldn't remember what JMS did. I thought Slott did them both.
No. Dan Slott came in after.
Okay.
And then he wrote Spider-Man up into Superior and then after. But yeah, both not a bad place. Dan Slott's runs a good place. And I like Nick Spencer's Spider-Man as well. So if you didn't want to go back that far, Nick Spencer's run on Spider-Man is pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's go on down and... Yeah, EBS is a Trump supporter. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Nick Spencer's Spider-Man is kind of funny because it's damn near like a sitcom with Peter and fucking Boomerang being roommates.
Yes, and that's kind of why I love it. Because
so
it's like, dude,
like
you are...
sitcom and fucking Ryan Otley art is the funniest shit.
Well, no, it's not just that, but you know, what was it? Robbie, the guy who was like Jay Jonah's second in command for so long.
Yeah.
And then he ended up taking over the Daily Bugle. His son is also a roommate of Peter Parker's, and I think that's funny as well. So yeah, there you go. But now we're officially into Discord questions. This one's from Lucio the Fourth. Says, now that Marvel has the rights to Alien and Predator, would you like to see comic crossovers with them in the 616 universe? If so, are there any titles you'd want to see them feature in? I think I actually answered this question last week, though it's in here today, and I did answer it. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I already answered that question last week, Lucio, and my answer is not going to be any different today versus last time. I don't care. I generally don't care. I don't need Predator or Alien crossing over with anybody. Just being honest.
See, I'd only want to see Predator, and it's only for one book. Yeah. I only want to see, because I'm thinking about how they incorporating Conan in Marvel right now with the Savage Avengers, and like I wouldn't mind seeing Conan fight a Predator.
Yeah,
I can't think of much else. I can't think of shit else.
No. Well, like, I think, okay, so when I answered this question last week, I brought up Black Panther and Kraven the Hunter. Those are the only two characters I think should ever be, or maybe Iron Man with the Predator. I don't really give a fuck who the aliens cross over with, because honestly, they're so weak by comparison to most Marvel characters that really anybody could run that fade on them.
Have them be the new Brood.
Yeah, which honestly, I think the Brood are more interesting than the Xenomorphs, because at least the Brood can fucking talk.
Yeah,
I mean, they actually have interesting characters in them. So yeah, I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this. I am so not interested in crossover shit. Yeah. Like when people talk about, oh, what happens if I don't know why, but maybe people ask me because they want to see me get triggered. I don't know, but people are always asking me, oh, what do you think would happen if Spawn and the Sentry fought? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. First off, it's two characters I don't even fucking like, and then they're two characters with two different comic companies. That's like, okay, if you ask me who would win between the Wildcats and the X-Men, I don't know because I don't fucking care, and I like both of those. It just know that I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. I'm not. I did some videos on it a ways back just because I was trying to do something different, with Batman and Punisher crossing over and that shit. But yeah, that was just a one-off. Like that's
okay. Can I ask you for one crossover? I just honestly I want to know your answer to this, and I would love to see people in the chats answer this. Just I know you don't like those kind of crossover, but I just want to ask one.
Okay.
So who do you think will win the fight? Right. Luke Cage,
okay,
or Jeff Hardy.
Lord, nah, I'm out of here.
I had to do it. I had to do it at least one time. I had to troll you at least once. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done.
This man said Luke Cage. Lord Jesus. This man said Luke Cage and Jeff Hardy. Ain't this about a bitch? Lord have mercy. I'm done with y'all. Wait, here, we got one from SFC Cape Killer. My guy, we ain't even going to address that shit. Let me talk to my guy SFC Cape Killer coming through with the $2 super chat. Says, have you seen Umbrella Academy season 2? I have not. I actually have not even finished Umbrella Academy season 1. I don't know what it is about that show. I cannot finish it.
All right, so I finished both, and I can say it like I said it on Twitter. Even with the finale of Doom Patrol,
mm-hmm.
and even just looking at the Umbrella Academy, well, why I can't even go into why that happened because that's kind of spoiled in the first season. But okay, from finishing both seasons, Doom Patrol season 2 blows Umbrella Academy just out the water, just easy, light work.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
It was okay, second season was good. It was fine, you know, and it was just Doom Patrol was consistent in the quality, and like mind you, I'm a fan of both. That's why I watched both, but Doom Patrol season 2 Umbrella's not there yet. Umbrella Academy isn't there yet. Okay. It's good to see that Gerard Way stuff is out there.
Right.
And hopefully this, and because you and I had this conversation like a couple of days ago, hopefully with Umbrella Academy finishing a second season and a third season coming right behind it, I'm hoping that gets more eyes on his DC imprint.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are some damn good books on his DC imprint.
Yeah, he has Young Animal, right?
Yes, yeah. Gerard Way has Young Animal. Okay. So the second season. It was good. It was really good. Okay. But just compared to Doom Patrol,
I heard it started with a bang. The talking about Umbrella Academy. I heard that they did some really cool shit in the first episode. I saw some clips of it, but I watched the first 2 episodes of Umbrella Academy and I was like, okay, I was like, it wasn't that I thought it was bad. I was like, I don't need this right now. Like I just don't. Yeah, I'm good. I'm
yeah, okay. Like somebody in the chat is saying that Umbrella Academy had a better season finale than Doom Patrol. Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But the thing was, there's no. I'm pretty certain that Umbrella Academy was able to finish their stuff
before Doom Patrol. Yeah. Like that's a technicality. So, that's a technicality. So I mean that you can't. That's a dub, a feather in the cap of Umbrella Academy season 2 with an asterisk next to it. Yeah, that's an asterisk next to it.
Just the fact that we got to see an old 70s like cyborg robot man crossover intro, that in and of itself makes it better than Umbrella Academy do. Have you gotten to that point yet?
Oh yes. Oh okay. Yes. I've seen
Phil, I think
yeah, dude, it was so good. It was so freaking good. I fucking love that shit. Also, I loved the Danny the Street episode they did for this season. I love that episode. I love the Candle Maker. I love a lot of what they did with this season. It was great. So yeah, I mean, yeah, but it just for me,
that's what it was.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy season 2. I'm gonna try. I wanted to try the other day to watch the first season and finish it up, and then start watching the second season. But man, there were so many other more interesting things I actually wanted to watch, and I was like, nope, not right now. So I'm gonna have to wait until like I just ain't got shit to do, and I ain't got shit to watch.
Honestly, I will say that the second season was better than the first season. So it did properly.
Okay,
it did properly like one up the second season. I will say that. But I see somebody in the chat right now saying that I can't get over Cyborg being in Doom Patrol and how bad he looks. Are you fucking serious?
You mean as how awful he looked in Justice League? I'm just saying.
What?
I'm sorry. I'll take Doom Patrol Cyborg over Justice League Cyborg any day of the week. I'm just keeping it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. 150 milli with you. It just no. Danny the Street. Danny the Street is amazing. And I want to say, Free Gamer, I appreciate that cleanup. Danny the Street is the best character in DP, period. We don't deserve him. Sorry, them. Because, we have to remember, Danny the Street is a genderqueer sentient street. We gotta keep that in mind.
So here's the thing. Nothing is ever going to top the first season. Where are you? Did you finish the first season of Doom Patrol?
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm on. Yeah, okay. Right. I'm deep in season 2. Deep in season 2.
Umbrella Academy and even the second season of Doom Patrol will never touch the first season of Doom Patrol when you had killer alien butt cheeks going after people.
Woo! Dude, I love that shit. That shit had me fucking dying. I was on, dude.
The most off the wall shit.
Dude, I was laying on the hardwood floor of my living room, guts in pain. Crippling pain because I was laughing so goddamn hard at that shit.
When Umbrella Academy gets killer alien butt cheeks coming after people, then
with teeth, with sharp teeth. No, y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. But anyway, my whole point of the matter is that I'll try and watch Umbrella Academy, but I make no promises. Y'all can hate on Cyborg all you want, but Doom Patrol to me is the superior show because at least I enjoy that one. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Yeah, if y'all can hate on Cyborg all you want, but we're talking about a TV show versus a which first off, let's be clear, Cyborg looked bootleg as fuck in the comics anyway. So let's not act like before New 52 Cyborg looked amazing. Let's get that straight. But yeah, I mean, dude, y'all be expecting TV shows that have like movie budget level special effects, man. Y'all need to get over that shit. But no, this other question, also by Lucio IV, which is kind of similar to a question you've asked me in the past, and I'm gonna stop answering these questions. You keep asking me the same thing. But was it why don't the Avengers and Fantastic Four catch appropriate smoke for their decades of complicity in mutant oppression? I mean, let's be fair. This is very similar to when you asked me about why the Inhumans are accepted and the X-Men aren't. Okay, let's just I'm gonna address this real quick, and we'll never talk about this again. Okay. Point of the matter is, in the X-Men comics, yes, they do get held accountable. Because as a matter of fact, in Matthew Rosenberg's Uncanny X-Men, Captain America caught smoke for not stepping up when mutants needed help for years, for decades. Other characters have been called out for it. The thing is that nobody cares. There you go. That is the thing. Nobody cares.
I never even thought about this until you just brought up Captain America. But Captain America basically got called out for being a racist when it came to X-Men. Yep. So he said, "Okay, here's my idea. I'm gonna make an Avengers team, X-Men." I'm not racist. We got a whole football team because of them.
and we put a mutant woman in charge.
Oh man. That book had what, 2 volumes? That's it.
I think I think they got a second run, didn't they? I thought they had more than I thought they had a few because I think because they had multiple issues. Yeah, no, they did because I think they got to like 35 some issues. Because I know one of those was the issue that Wanda was retconned into not being a mutant anymore. It was like Uncanny Avengers 35, 36, something like that.
Really? Because I can remember 2 things from Uncanny Avengers. It was those Apocalypse twins from the Uncanny X-Force shit, and it was Fallout from the Axis stuff, and they started doing Celestial shit. And at that point, Rick Remender just stopped caring.
Exactly. Yeah, which is why I'm kind of glad he didn't carry on with X-Men anymore after that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rough Rider asks, said, my lady just asked, what's up with Brother Death? This is Carter. He is coming to you live from an undisclosed location. He cannot reveal his identity because people are out here looking for him, and we can't
tell her to stay out my business. Hey, you just got a $5 super chat.
Oh, sweet. Here, let's take a look at that. We got one from the COBY. This is a $5 super chat. It says, when will all of the DC universe be on HBO Max? I'm ready for the Batman animated series. Honestly, I don't know if and when that's going to happen because there are licensing agreements that are in place that keep certain things from going certain places. I think the Batman animated series will likely wind up on there at some point because I think the DC Universe app is going to be going away before too long. They took Stargirl off of the DC Universe app for next season, so it'll be a CW exclusive. Wow. They have moved Harley Quinn over to the DC Universe app. Titans has not been moved over to the DC Universe, not to the DC Universe app, but to the HBO Max app. But I feel like Titans will eventually be moved over to Young. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be the real sign when Young Justice gets moved over there. Then you know it's a wrap.
Yeah.
If Young Justice, Titans, Doom Patrol, and Harley Quinn are all on the HBO Max app at the same time, that's when you know that shit's a wrap.
Yeah.
That shit is done.
Yeah, that I was wondering, like I was telling people because people were asking me this question as well, but it's just like I don't see stuff like Batman the animated series coming over to HBO Max simply because if they do that, then what the fuck is the point of having the DC Universe app?
Right.
And I know that they had Doom Patrol concurrently on both of them, but the thing was, if you had HBO Max, you saw Doom Patrol earlier than if you had DC Universe, because I think it was like midnight my time on HBO Max. Doom Patrol popped right up. Doom Patrol on DC Universe app, you had to wait until like later on the next day. So I think that they know that they fucked up by doing that DC Universe app, because I think they know for sure they fucked up. That's why they put Doom Patrol on HBO Max. So I don't agree with them just getting rid of it, just because they do have comics on there, and some people are there to read those comics.
Yeah, no, I'm totally there for that. I think that's the one good thing they have.
So I think that's the people that are there reading the comics are going to need something else. That's why not every animated movie is on the HBO Max app. They're still on DC Universe. So I think they're going to try to see how long they can keep burning at both ends. So
yeah, also keep in mind they pay attention to those streaming numbers. If you stream a shit ton of Batman stuff, they'll be forced to put it on there. Same reason that the creator of Gargoyles said stream the fuck out of Gargoyles on Disney Plus, because the more you do that, the more those streaming numbers go up. Disney will be like, yeah, bring it back.
Yeah,
let's make this bread. Same thing that the creators of Young Justice said. The series said about it on Netflix. They said if you blow up the numbers on Netflix and buy all the Blu-rays and DVDs of Young Justice and everybody is doing it, DC will take notice and bring back Young Justice. And guess what happened? They brought back Young Justice. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, people pay attention. They watch those metrics. That said, let's move on to the next one. Yasuke26 comes through, says, I know you mentioned Hulk. Which character would you pick to be an Xbox exclusive for the Avengers game? Now, remind you, I own an Xbox and am currently borrowing a homie's PS4 solely to play Spider-Man PS4. The console war is dumb. Thank you. Yeah, it is dumb. It's a dumb war. It's a dumb war that nobody wins except for the people who make the consoles. It's like you are fighting a war for, like, basically, that's borderline simping. You're borderline simping at that point. But no, anyways, to answer your question, I think I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I would say, honestly, if you really want a dub, and even though I would not want this to be a thing, let me point this out. I don't want this to be a thing, because it would hurt me the most. Black Panther. There you go. Microsoft exclusive, Black Panther. Done. Cut the check.
Cut the check.
You could do, if you did that, that would move units. I guarantee you. That would move units. And it would piss some people off. Both positively and like both for and against. And I mean on both. And I even mean for people who are Xbox fans. Like, I know there are some Xbox fans like, oh, they're gonna give us damn Black. I don't even like Black Panther. God damn it. But there'd also be a lot of people who love Xbox who would eat that shit up. So, there you go. If you want an undeniable character, or, I tell you what, put Wolverine in that bitch. If you put Wolverine as a Microsoft exclusive, I guarantee you, motherfuckers would buy that shit up too.
You know who we're not thinking about that is fucking green that they could make an exclusive?
Who's that?
Fucking Vision.
Yeah, actually Vision would be one. I think Vision would be a perfect one.
Yeah.
I think Vision would work.
That, but just know.
Yeah, no, actually, I can see that. I can see that. I actually could see that. Let's see here. Let's move on to... We got one from Old School Hunter here in the Discord. It says, what are your favorite horror movies from the 80s, 90s, 2000s? Pick one or two from each decade. Okay. Well, 80s, easy. John Carpenter's The Thing. I love that movie. I watch that movie regularly. And then, actually, let me double check this other one because I don't want to be wrong. Let me. I don't want to name a movie that's actually from the 90s but is from the 80s. Let me see. Night of the Demons. Okay, yeah, I was gonna be incorrect. Or no, I would have been correct. Night of the Demons is from 1988. So yeah, Night of the Demons, because I like schlocky horror films. I like dumb horror sometimes. Sometimes it just makes me smile. I also, from the 90s, I'll say the Night of the Living Dead remake by Tom Savini. Love that one. And then I'll throw in a Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dead. I'll throw that one out there. Oh, man. Horror movies of the 2000s. Good Lord. Because that's where horror takes a fucking nosedive. Oh, my God.
Hey, man. Dracula 2000, big dog.
Ooh, man. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, I got one for you. Here, let's do... Oh, God. Jennifer's Body. Lord have mercy.
Oh, wow.
I'll say 28 Days Later.
Okay.
28 Days Later, and ooh, what's this one right here?
That boy Shadow Strider said Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh my God, no. God, no. Lord, no. Oh! No. Take that back. Take back whatever I said was the first one.
Okay.
I got my two. 30 Days of Night, and there's a movie. It's a French movie called Inside. Those are my two picks for the 2000s.
Okay.
What about you? You have any, Carter? Are you a horror movie connoisseur?
I was not back in the day. Like, I was too terrified of fucking nightmares, but I can't think of anything from that. So The Thing was 80s?
Yeah, The Thing was 1982.
Cool, you can give me that one. Because I watched that like years later. The 90s, the only thing that I could watch that was supposed to be horror, but I just found the shit hilarious, was give me Tales from the Crypt Demons Night. Ooh,
shit. Actually, you know what? Scratch one of my 90s. I forgot about that. That goes in place.
Okay.
Actually, that will go... I don't even remember what I said for 90s. That's how much I had forgotten about it. 90s was a weird time for horror. Actually, take Freddy's Dead. I'll put Demon Night in its place.
Okay. Yeah, but I'll take Demon's Night for the 90s and 2000. 30 Days a Night was a really good pick. I forgot about that movie. I took a girl out on a date and we saw that shit in theaters.
Oh, man. Actually, you know what? So did I. Like, let's go see these vampires.
For the 2000s, you know what? I'm going to go... Shit, it wasn't even horror at that point, but it was supposed to be. I never thought something like that would happen, so I'm going to go with the easy answer. I'll go Freddy versus Jason.
Okay. You know what? God, you know what? I forgot. There was a movie I forgot about, man. The Descent. I fucking love that movie. God.
Okay. So here's the thing. I always get that fucking movie confused. Which one of those movies was it like a team of fucking swimmers and monsters were infecting people? Was that The Descent, or is that the one with the girl who was like fell in the cave or something?
Yeah, that's The Cave. I think you're talking about The Cave. Okay, so The Descent here. Interesting bit of trivia about The Descent. I don't know if you know this, Carter. That movie takes place in Tennessee.
Was it in the main character like an Australian girl or a white girl or something like that?
There were the girls. Most of the girls were from the UK, but the Asian girl, she was American, and basically they were coming over from the UK to America to hang out with her.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what they would do is they were supposed to be like switching up trips where she would come and visit them. This was the one time that she was making them come visit her.
Okay.
And yeah, but it actually takes place, I think it's like somewhere around Chattanooga. Somewhere in and around there. But I just thought it was an interesting bit of trivia. But yeah, The Descent, oh my God, I love that movie. Oh man, I love that movie. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
so
because The Descent was them in like a cave or something, right?
Yeah, The Descent, they go into a cave, and the cave has these cannibals, these blind, mutated cannibals living down there.
Yeah.
Love, dude. The sequel, not so good, but I still watch it every now and again. I prefer the first movie. Sometimes I like to pretend the first movie is the only one that exists.
Yeah, because I think then the ending of one, they talked about it in the sequel because the girl thought she escaped, but it was really she hadn't escaped. She was still in there the whole time or something like that. Oh, okay, yeah.
I love that movie. Movie is so good. So fucking good.
Yeah, but anytime someone tells me like a horror movie from the 90s, I'm always going to pick Demon's Night. Demon's Night was the first one I was able to fully sit through and was scared as hell, but was laughing at the same time because I was still on the Billy Zane hype train because of the Phantom. You remember that movie?
Yo, damn, this man brought up Billy Zane's The Phantom. Good Lord.
I was still on that kind of kick. So like Billy Zane.
No, you didn't.
And Alec Baldwin because of The Shadow. Like those were my two top dogs at that point.
This man said The Phantom. Speaking of horror movies, my wife has actually now asked me what horror movies was I talking about watching the other night. I watched Sweetheart, which is on Netflix. Has Kiersey Clemons in it, the chick that was supposed to be in The Flash as Iris West. For the movies. Really good movie. She's trapped on an island, and there's a creature that comes out from the water trying to kill her every night. And then there's the other movie, Underwater. That has a Kristen Stewart, who most of you may recognize from Twilight as Bella.
Okay, wait. My 2000s horror movie. Yep, I know what it is.
What's that?
That Christian Slater, Tara Reid, Alone in the Dark movie from Boy Boy.
Dude, that movie is so bad. Oh my God, why?
Because that movie. Because it scared the shit out of me. It was so bad. That was a horror movie.
Man. Oh my God.
That was a scary movie. I was terrified at how bad it was. Yep. Sure is. That's my movie.
Wait a minute. We got some. I just realized we got some super chats that have been coming through. Was Conway Bergdog said, "Forget Injustice. They never finished season 2. Now they're going to the past for a new game. I'm really pissed. Want to see how it ended. Damn it." Well, no. Here's the thing. I think they actually did finish it. Someone was telling me they actually did finish the comic. Because I actually went back and looked, and there's like 5 or 6 volumes of that, or not 5 or 6, but there's like several volumes of that comic because they do it like in volume 1, part 1, part 2, volume 2, part 1, or something like that. So I think it is finished. But I don't know about a game, but I do know that they did release Injustice Year Zero, but that's just a comic. But no, thank you for the super chat, by the way, too. Thank you. Then we got one from Moe's, too. $5 super chat says, Ernie and Cloak on the live stream. Look, just don't cancel us. Just don't cancel our show, please. Please don't cancel our show like they did Cloak and Dagger.
I got sick of being on Fox Family, man. I want to do
this man said I'm better than Freeform.
I'm much better than Freeform. You see, I called it Fox Family. Like, yeah,
Well, he didn't want to call it Freeform. Dude, true story. I actually have a Cloak and Dagger video that I'm actually editing, in the process of editing up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mario Grande came with the $5 super chat, said, I don't know, I enjoy watching all 3 Sleepaway Camp movies. The first one, the ending messed me up. Yeah, okay, Sleepaway Camp is actually, it's a weird set of horror movies, but yeah, the twist ending on or the reveal at the end of the movie is messed up. Like, I was like, excuse me? They said they ended at issue 72. Let me see something here. Well, he came through the 299 super chat, says, looking at my issues, they ended at issue 72. I don't know. We'll have to look into that, man, because I could have sworn that they finished it. I could have sworn. I wasn't really keeping up with it. But let me see here. Let's see. Yeah, they did end with 72. They did end with 72. I don't know what happened by that point. I don't know if it was like a satisfying ending. Yeah, it says that, well, I don't want to spoil it because I'm actually reading ahead, but it says that I can tell you that they actually do say that the series ends with some fuckery, and then that's it. So, I mean, it ended, I think it just ended in a place that people weren't expecting it to end, probably. I don't know. Let's see here. Let me see here. Where else is it? Oh, wait, here it is. I see it now. It got lost in the shuffle because there were so many of them. Here you go. I got you, Grayson. Grayson came
That's what I went looking for.
It's a $4.99 super chat from Grayson Red. Says, I bought all 3 issues of Injustice Year Zero because I really love, was this the,
$1
Oh, yeah, the $1, or was it the $1 model?
Yeah.
Says, if DC Universe did that for new comics, it could really boost its membership. I would be on board with that, honestly. I actually was joking with somebody the other day. I actually missed the days of $1.99 comics. I wish they brought that shit back.
Shit, Marvel needs to bring back the digital codes when you bought the trades and the hardcover.
They were doing it for a while with some of the single issues, but I don't. They're hit or miss with. That's why I just I just buy it digitally and be done with it. Because I actually use the digital images, so I mean, yeah, there you go. But yeah, I actually liked Year Zero. Year Zero wasn't bad. It's focusing on some other shit. It's focusing more on what's going on with the Joker, like what was up with the Joker and some other stuff that's going on in the background and the Justice Society. So it's just something different to focus on. I'm here for it. But all of those super chats, I want to say thank you. Every last single one of them. That said, we do have we have 2 final questions from the Discord, and that's gonna be Yasuke 26 says, what are your thoughts on the recent news Kirkman dropped about the Invincible animated series? Corey Walker, the co-creator, original artist, is the lead character designer. Hyped. I like it.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for that. I want to see that. I will say, have what is it? They announced the voice cast.
Yes, they did.
They announced the voice cast for Invincible, which I don't have it in front of me.
If I can remember off the top of my head, Steven Yeun was going to be what's that boy's name? I saw on tip of my tongue. He's gonna be Invincible. He's gonna be
Steven Yeun. Yeah, Steven Yeun from Walking Dead.
Yeah, Glenn is gonna be the main character. J.K. Simmons is gonna be his dad. He's gonna be Omni-Man.
And then Sandra Oh is gonna be the mom, right?
Yeah. And okay. I'm hyped for that because I thought for the longest time it was going to be a live action show, and I didn't know, but I'm a fan of that series. But when I found out it was an animated series, if they do it exactly how it is and they don't try to tone anything down, that shit's going to be off the chain.
I think it's gonna be good. Dude, they got my boy Walton Goggins on here as Cecil Stedman. Mark Hamill's gonna be in this bitch as Art Rosebaum. Let's see here. Zachary Quinto gonna be Robot. Dude, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They need to quit. They got Sonequa Martin Green in here as Green Ghost. Ain't this about a bitch? Chad Coleman is Martian Man. Cut the check, goddamn. Liddy James is Dark.
It's
Y'all
some
need to quit
names
bullshit.
on there, dude. It's some names.
And I want to point out, because, Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead, this motherfucker got a lot of fucking Walking Dead alums from the live action show, because what was it, Kari Payton?
Yeah.
Black Samson? Y'all need to quit. Y'all need to quit bullshitting.
Yeah.
Y'all need to quit.
I just want this to last long enough. I don't want this to be like Outcast, because if a lot of people don't know, Robert Kirkman did another. He does a book called Outcast. I think it's ending. Yeah. I think it ended last week, or it's going to be ending this week. Well, that was about,
I believe you're right,
people getting like possessed by. It was about demon possession and shit like that. And that show did not get as many eyes on it as it should have. One reason being because it was on fucking Cinemax.
Yeah.
And you only go to Cinemax for whatever movie the HBO isn't showing, or Skinemax.
Yeah. Oh, Warrior. Yeah. Well, I mean, that would also fit under shows that HBO doesn't have.
Yeah.
Warrior's great. Warrior's great.
And it's on Cinemax. So I'm hoping it doesn't go the way of those shows, so where they're not going to have nearly as many eyes on them as it should. So I'm really excited. Please don't fuck this up.
Man, please don't. Dude, this could be you know what this could be? You know what this has the potential to be? The next Spawn the animated series. This could wind up being one of those like cult classics that gets people on the comic.
Honestly, it had enough issues of the comic to where I wouldn't even say Spawn the animated series. I would say if it's done well and they follow the template they're supposed to follow, this is up there with the animated series Batman.
I can see that.
I'm on that end. I'm standing my ground. I'm dying on that hill. If done well, it could be Batman the animated series good.
Fuck yeah. I want that shit. Let's see, was it Losersaurus says, what is your favorite food? Also, while on the topic, do you know or recommend any horror comic books? You know what? My favorite food waxes and wanes with the phases of the moon, but I do eat pizza a lot, so that might say something. I also am a big fan of ramen. I love ramen. I could probably eat ramen and I don't mean that, bullshit, ramen you put in the microwave. I'm talking about like legit, like actual ramen. I love that shit. What about you, Carter? What is your favorite food? I don't think I've ever heard you mention a favorite.
Just because living in California, I don't cook as much. That's why I hate California, man. Like you can't really go out because of quarantine, so you just end up Postmating everything.
Oh,
but
God.
So I would say nowadays, I have been on a curry craze.
Ooh, I love curry. Ooh, I love me some curry.
Green curry, eggplant, peppers. Oh, I'm going to, matter of fact, Postmates.
Yep, there you go. Look, right there.
Yep.
Right there,
so,
right off the rip.
I didn't start eating curry, honestly, until 2 years ago. When I was, before I moved to Cali, it was a girl I was talking to at the time, and she took me to a Thai restaurant, and I didn't even know how to fucking eat curry at that point, because I sat there when they brought it out to me. I'm like, okay, I got a spoon and just went in on the curry, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck this rice ball was doing next to me.
Lord, this man was out here bullshitting. This man was out here bullshitting, I tell you.
I did not know the curry went on the rice ball. Then you ate it like a combination, because people looked like the girl looked up and the curry was halfway gone, and that rice ball is still just chilling on the plate.
This man. Oh,
and then I had to tell her I ordered a small. I had to tell her I ordered a small and not a large. That's why you don't see a lot in this container right now. So.
Dude. Oh my God. Okay, so. For me, I'm gonna say right now, I don't know. Well, you're reading a horror comic. Well, technically, it's kind of a horror comic. I guess you could technically consider Hack Slash.
Yeah, Hack Slash is horror.
So it's a horror comic. As far as horror comic recommendations go, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out I'm gonna go ahead and throw out. Oh my goodness, what was it? Gideon Falls from Image.
Okay.
Gideon Falls, Hack Slash, definitely.
Would Nailbiter be considered one?
I think Nailbiter could fit. Nailbiter could
Okay.
fit. Oh, this isn't really a horror comic, but I kind of think it is, just in the terms of how scary it is. Blerd Club and Patreon exclusive video where I talked about my top 5 horror comics. Or not 5 horror comics, the top 5 comics of the week. Oh my god. Like, this is how you can tell I'm tired and I need to get off here. But no, I talked about, it's called The Goddamned. The Virgin Bride.
Jason Aaron.
Jason Aaron's. Dude! Yeah. Ooh, that, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of messed up. That book is kind of messed up.
I've been seeing that, and I just haven't looked at it because I didn't read the original.
Yeah, okay. Dude, it's The Goddamned is pretty messed up. It's messed up. Also, not related, but I do recommend, if you're not reading this already, Firepower. They just dropped issues 1 and 2 of Firepower this week. Very good, very good. The action in it is ridiculous. Most of the second issue is a whole action scene. The second issue, I think, is probably why they dropped both issues. But I think the first half of the second issue is just a straight up fight, no dialogue, just hands. I was like, boy! And the way they framed it was like watching one of those old school, like Jackie Chan, Jet Li martial, or like Donnie Yen martial arts films. So yeah, if you're not reading it, I do recommend it. It's actually, it's legit. It's legit. It's a legit book. Not to mention, if you want some Asian representation out there, the main character, I think, is either 100% Asian or is half. I can't remember which. But yeah, it's a good comic. I'm probably gonna do a video on it pretty soon just to talk about it. But, what other? Do you think of any other horror comics?
Well, somebody just said it in chat, and that was a book that I forgot about, but I was reading it because that's when I was on my Scott Snyder kick. His book, Witches.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Witches. That's okay. Yeah.
Witches.
I'm with you.
Dude. Witches was fucked, bro. My God.
Dude. I think I have it digital somewhere. I think I got it on digital. I need to read that. Oh man, I'm trying. Oh, Monstrous. Monstrous is good. It's not a traditional horror comic, but it has horror-like imagery.
Okay, that's one of the ones that was in that Humble Bundle. I got to read that then.
Oh, The Wake. The Wake gets really weird.
I forgot about that book.
Dude, that's the Sean Gordon Murphy joint. And I think it's Scott Snyder writing it with him.
Yeah, it's Snyder because they're in that fucking submarine. I know what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna lie. The ending leaves a lot to be desired. But that's typical Scott Snyder for you. That's typical Scott Snyder for you. But I think the book overall is good. Is good.
Let me tell you something right now. If you thought you knew mermaids, shit, read that book.
Woo, man, your whole demeanor on mermaids are gonna change. And then last but not least, I'll go ahead and answer this one. This will be the official last because I saw somebody snuck this in. Lucio asked, "Have you read Rise of Kyoshi?" And the only reason I'm answering this because I can answer it very easily. No, I don't even know what that is. I don't know if you do. If you do, please educate us. I'm Googling it real quick, just because. But I have no clue. I don't know if it's like an anime or.
No, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, why didn't I just say Avatar: The Last Airbender? Then I was like, okay. Apparently, this was something that came out in 2019.
It was taking place 396 years before Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, no, I have not read that. No. I might look into it eventually, but yeah, no, not familiar at all.
Yeah, hashtag Team Aang is better than Team Korra. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I don't have the same like nostalgia for Avatar like other people do. Like not the same level. Like I saw Korra first.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because like I saw when I first saw Avatar, I was like, oh, this is a kid show. Okay, whatever. And I went on about my business. And then I played the video game Legend of Korra just because, I think it was free on PlayStation Plus or something. I can't remember what was going on, but I played. I was like, oh, this is kind of cute. I want to check it out. And I saw Korra was on sale for like dirt cheap. Like, it had like you get the full Blu-ray set for like $10. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And
see, the thing with the original one is it had a slow burn. That slow burn lasted a few seasons.
Okay, got you. See, and I think that's probably why that first series probably ain't for me. I like slow burn, but man, if you going for several seasons on that shit, I'll get tired.
If you stuck with it though, because once it started getting to that midway point towards the end, shit got real fast.
So basically, it pulled a Harry Potter. It pulled a Harry Potter on you. Is basically what you're saying. Like it started off being kind of childish, and then about midway through, they're like, "Oh no, the shit just got real."
Yeah. You know what? Yes, because once it got to that halfway point, then body started dropping. So
okay.
Yeah,
I'll watch it.
It made up for it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. I've seen some of the original Avatar. It just that when I'm not and this is what I think people need to understand about me. I'm not starved for entertainment. I have plenty of shit to watch. I have a backlog of horror movies I still haven't seen yet. I still have a backlog of TV shows I haven't watched yet. I also have seasons of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai I haven't watched, as well as Ultraman. I have tons of shit to watch. I'm never starved for entertainment, so if I have an opportunity to watch something, if I have a choice, if I'm sitting here, I'm like, ooh, what do I want to watch? I can either watch this one thing that I know I'm going to love, or this one thing that I'm kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm going to watch the thing that I know I'm going to love. That's just me. But I'll if I'm just absolutely positively bored, then I'll watch the thing that I'm not sure about. But yeah. But anyways, that was the last question. That was everything. That's the show. I actually had every intention of the show ending over an hour ago, but that doesn't ever really ever happen the way I choose. So in an effort to not be over 4 hours this week, and to stay under that, we are gonna get the fuck out of here right now. Carter, tell the good people where they can find you, my good sir.
Twitch.tv/Carter Presents, not presents, Carter Presents. I may try to talk Blerd into Fall Guys because he just talked me into downloading it before the show started. So I want to see what all the damn fuss is about with this fucking game.
Oh, it's fun.
So
dude.
I might be live and I might be trying to goad him or some of you guys in the Discord to play some Fall Guys with me just to see what's up. But other than that, I'm just finna wait on my damn curry.
There you go. Also, real quick, I'm gonna drop a couple of links in here, right quick, because I have an official Twitch schedule now.
Hey,
I have an official Twitch schedule now, so I'm gonna drop this link in here. You can follow me. I'm gonna be streaming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'll be, Monday is roughly gonna be just kind of like fallout from the Blerd Cave. There'll be stuff that just we didn't have time to talk about on the Blerd Cave. That stuff will likely pop up there. Matter of fact, here you can kind of see it right here. It'll be Blerd After Dark Mondays. It'll start at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll probably play video games too, and I'll probably talk about things while I'm playing video games. But I mean, it'll just be me kind of going over stuff that either because a lot of stuff usually pops up after Carter and I are done talking. We're done with the show, so I'll probably talk about some hangover stuff from the weekend. Wednesday Weeb Night is what it sounds like. I'll be playing games that are either anime themed or Japanese themed in some way, whether it's stuff like Yakuza, Code Vein, Ghost of Tsushima, which I need to finish up, stuff like that. And then it'll be Fridays will be Friday Night Scares. I'll probably be playing some kind of a horror game. It's also the night I've also been teaming up with Eve, which we actually might move that day. I might actually move that day. We'll see what happens. And I'm thinking about adding a fourth day. We'll see what happens. Because I kind of want to play just random and sundry other shit. So yeah, if you follow on Twitch, the link was dropped in the chat. So make sure to check that out. That is in there. Also, the link for the Discord, y'all go check that out. I will see y'all in there throughout the rest of this weekend. And join us, hang out with us, have a good time. All that good shit. And yeah. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. I will catch you all next time. And y'all be plus ultra each other. Everyone who super chatted, everybody who hung out with us, shared the stream, whatever, liked it, yeah, whatever, commented, lurked, whatever. Thank y'all so much. Everything y'all did, super chats, everything is fantastic, and y'all are just so amazing. And I just want to thank y'all for that, for being great. People who became channel members here today, thank you all so much. And I'll see you all next time. Y'all stay plus ultra to each other. And we'll catch you next week.
Yeet.